We're back.
Oh, you
We
didn't-
back?
You didn't catch us all bobbing back and forth.
No.
Nope.
We're back! Yay!
Sorry, guys. Combat's over.
We lost.
Yeah.
We won!
Oh.
We killed them all!
We won!
3 turns!
Changing the narrative.
Crazy!
It was like the might fight all over again.
Yup.
Flawless
Nothing-
execution.
Yep. Nothing but bits of hobgoblin on the ravine walls.
It was extremely effective.
The bugbears just ran away. I mean, that's craziness.
So where were we when everything died?
Aiden was in the middle saying something emotional.
I wonder about that.
True freedom means that we wait in the forest.
So we were discussing that Aiden was going to try to skirt as far around on the western side as possible. And then I zoned out because I saw Rhythm leave and then Andrew left and
The world died.
yeah.
So we're gonna go there. Aiden admitted he was scared and then said that nobody had to stay if they didn't want to. That was pretty much the gist of his emotional speech. And then he was gonna go a wide circle to the west and just keep an eye on this tower, and that was it.
So you're about 40 to 50 feet away from the tower.
Wherever
in-
the tree
in-
line is.
Inside
Yeah.
the trees.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, you see Orin just kind of walk out into the open, which totally blows your cover.
Hi!
He's like, "Hey, brothers, I've brought the rest of them like you asked."
Hey,
Right?
brother.
No, he's like, I knew it! I knew it! The
I
whole
knew it!
time.
It wasn't
I
the
trusted
children.
you!
It wasn't the children. It was Orin.
So you
Yeah,
like
Josh,
a
go
stealth
ahead and
check, yeah.
roll a stealth check. I've already rolled their
Okay.
perception and I'm modifying it by their distance.
Don't get caught. We can't afford that.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Wolf.
Oh no.
For those of you on the podcast, that's an 11 on his stealth.
So, where does this happen? Because he's wide circle. It's got to be probably right as he approaches the tree line that they spot him.
Well, so what happens is you are skirting the tree line and you get within maybe 10 to 15 feet of where you would really like to be, like right at the edge so you can see them clearly, but you step just slightly wrong on a branch and it cracks. And you
Okay.
look over, you freeze. You look over real quick to see if they've noticed or like raised an alarm or anything, and roll a perception check.
Well, one guy's sleeping, so
Oh
Nice.
no, that's an 11.
And that's a natural one.
Hmm.
Nice. So you're looking over. You're
Nice.
you can't hear anything that's being done over there. You do see one of the lookouts kind of like lean over the edge there and kind of like address the goblins below. And then you see the goblins kind of look up and like look around kind of towards you a little bit and then look up again and kind of shrug. And then the lookout just kind of keeps kind of scanning the tree line, but nothing else happens.
Oh, that's a close
doesn't-
one.
he doesn't move.
He doesn't raise an alarm. He doesn't come down from the lookout's tower. He just kind of addresses the goblins who shrug at him and then carry about their business.
Okay, so instead of being the 10, he still has a view. It's just not as good as he was hoping.
You have a view, but it's not the best view.
Yeah,
I would
but
say like perception checks you make from this spot
we'll have
will
a
be
slight disadvantage.
slight disadvantage.
He's gonna take what he gets, and he's gonna hunker down and get real low to the ground, as low as he can get while still being able to see out. You know, kind of maybe props up against something or whatever else like that, and ready to dart away immediately. He's got the smoke stick in his hands, so if the worst comes, he's just hightailing it out there because he knows he can't do this on his own. But otherwise, he's watching
Okay.
till it gets dark,
Okay.
and then we'll reassess.
So you're there for a good 6 or 7 hours until it gets dark. What are the other three doing? Are you guys going to the southeast and just kind of waiting for him to return, or are you going to do your own thing?
Naira's
my
gonna
heart.
cannonball.
My heart is already pounding out of my
Where's
chest. And we
Aiden
literally...
again?
He's 10 feet behind where Orin is on the map.
Okay. Got it.
Interesting.
The tree
Oh,
line is that close.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
I mean, I think we probably had agreed that one person would go try to scout out, and the rest of us were gonna stay hidden in the forest, weren't we?
Yes.
Yeah, I got no stealth skill. That ain't happening.
Just want to make sure there wasn't anything specific
But
you guys
you,
wanted to do.
yeah, you could prep something specific. You could do something.
Oh,
I think Naira.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, Naira's just trying to be quiet and not like super engage in conversation or anything, because I mean we're still pretty close to this camp, and if there's any sort of scouts that come in the forest, she doesn't want to be caught with. Never mind. I was gonna say caught with her pants down, but that's not. That's not. Shoot. I can't talk. Okay. Oh.
I mean, that's true. Nobody wants to be caught with
lost-
their pants down.
I
lost my
also
train
I
of
do
thought.
like your comment, Justin. Vibing with them hobgobs.
Hoblins. With the hoblins.
With the hob.
The hoblins. Vibing with the hoblins.
Serious question though. The resistance from Firebelly, would that protect Orin from Alchemist Fire or no?
Yeah, up to the fire
It's-
damage.
Resistance
Plus
Five.
5?
5. So it would work like DR. So let's say you took 6 fire damage, you would take 1 fire damage. Let's say you took 4 fire damage, you would take 0.
So we just strap all the Alchemist Fire to me and I run at the tower.
Oh, each alchemist fire does d6 of damage. That tally up.
Ooh.
6? I mean,
6d6. You can
no,
get a max.
it'd just be 6 because I'd have fire resist 5.
Yeah, I
Right.
don't think technically they become one collective
Boomstick.
explosion.
Technically that they
I
don't.
would like it to be the case, but the rules I don't think that the developers ever thought to make a
Wait.
rule where if a character runs with a bunch of alchemist fire attached to them and they all go off at once, how do you calculate the damage?
Why didn't they come up with rules
Here,
for
let
that
me get my
perfectly?
core rulebook out and check.
It's gotta be because if you throw no, because if you throw 2 alchemist fire, it's 2 separate rolls for the damage and 2 different instances of the resistance.
It's
Yes.
2 ranged attacks, isn't it?
Yes.
Touch.
So are you telling me that you could strap 10 alchemist fire, go in there, do 10 d6 damage, and if you had fire resistance 10, you would just be like a kleptomaniac, just run around burning everything and never getting hurt?
But it's not like they're a bomb that you let a fuse and set off. It's like you have to actually throw it like a
Correct.
Molotov, don't you?
Well,
So
I
I'll just belly dive.
think a
I'll
better way
grab
though.
my chest and belly dive.
A better idea for alchemist fire is easy to think of it as a Molotov, but it's probably closer to a chemical reaction because it seems to like go and then on impact. And for the alchemist flavor, you're normally picking up components and mixing them on the fly. So an alchemist fire is probably not like liquid alcohol and going to spontaneously combust. It's probably a reaction between 2 things.
In all seriousness, we should like if we do want to burn stuff, I probably should be the one that carries most of that stuff since I do have fire resist, so I can
Yeah.
get closer to the area that we want to use it
Thinking
on.
it'd be good to like position ourselves in a way we can throw stuff down onto them. Either it be alchemist fire or the thunderstone or something.
Yeah, taking this out,
Yeah, so-
throwing our entangles onto this map anywhere,
Mhm.
and then just raining down fire and arrows and everything.
Hellfire!
Right. And I think this is the tower we've got to take out, and if we can do that with silence, that would be great.
So how many alchemist fires are in the haversack?
The haversack has 10.
I have
Aiden
2.
has 2, and Theros has 1.
So I'll
give
take
one
8.
damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
You taking them's 8.
That'll be your actions.
We're staying.
And it's time to cash in the consumables, ladies and gentlemen. This is the quest that you use them.
We're staying the night,
So-
right? We're all gonna rest here overnight. We'll have to do checks, I imagine, still for the rest of that.
Yes.
I just didn't know
Checks
if I should be
for-
preparing spells yet or not for the next morning.
Well, we're gonna come up to nightfall. Do I notice anything in those 6 hours, Jace?
So from your vantage point, you're having a hard time seeing ground level very well because of the bushes and whatnot that are in your way, but you can see the top of the tower relatively well. And you see that after a couple hours, there is movement at the top of the tower as the two hobgoblins, you can see them lowering the ladder and they start climbing down, and then two other hobgoblins start climbing up.
I was gonna ask how clean is their shift? So like, does one person stand at the top, keep his eye out as the one guy goes down, the next guy goes up, and then goes? So there's always one person watching, or are they pretty sloppy about it? Just like two people go down at a time, and then two people go up.
I mean, they go up one at a time, but it's not like one person is up there like vigilantly looking around while the person goes down the ladder. It's more like he goes down the ladder, and as soon as there's enough space, the next guy starts going down the ladder. Once they're down, the two at the base start going up the ladder.
So they
something
aren't
like
too safe about it then. So there is a narrow window where technically there's no one in the high vantage point.
that. A very narrow window, because it would be 30 feet, and with a ladder, it would be
15 seconds.
something like that. Let's say 3 rounds, 18
3 rounds.
seconds.
Yeah, 3 rounds.
But yeah, so a very, very, very narrow window. But yes,
There was a and how many hours? What time was that?
that was a couple hours before like nightfall.
Okay. And it doesn't happen again in the 6 hours that he's there.
No, you were only there to see one change.
And as the night falls, do they light torches around the camp, or they rely on their superior dark vision?
They do not light torches.
Hmm.
Presumably, nobody in the camp needs torches.
Okay. So that means as night falls, he's not going to be able to gather additional information because he can't see in the dark. So he is going to take a wide circle and get out of there.
Okay, roll another stealth check.
And if he can, he'd like to take a quick peek, if he's able to sneak it at ground level, and see if there's still 2 goblins or 3 goblins or what, as the night rolls around, if it's just 2 guards that are up there or if there's more on the ground floor.
Okay, stealth and perception.
17 on the stealth. A little bit better about that, but still terrified. And 17 on the
What
perception.
the heck?
Gosh.
11 and 11, and then 17 and 17.
Yeah, man. Too bad I'm not actually betting on these dice rolls, you know?
So you're able to kind of move out of position quietly enough that you don't think anybody is going to have noticed your departure. But looking in that direction, you can't tell if there are more or less goblins there. It's hard to see because it is night. You think there might be a creature moving near the posts, but you can't tell for sure. Like straining your eyes, you can't see 2 goblins. Maybe you can see 1. It's hard to tell if that's a goblin or if that's some other creature that's down there. Yeah,
Where's the post?
one of the
Oh,
like
the
one
guard
of, one of the
tower.
guard tower legs.
Post Malone.
This is terrifying.
Yeah, with the 17 at the middle of the night, or not the middle of the night, but beginning of nightfall at 17, it's kind of hard to tell.
Just to put you guys in the narrative, have you ever been? Oh, I'm sure you have. The woods at night are terrifying.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
terrifying. I
I've-
remember going out when I would go hunting, and you go out and it's dark, and then you sit there in the darkness, and it's terrifying.
I think
Oh,
we've
I
all-
love it. My favorite time to hike is at night.
We've all lived in rural Pennsylvania or other areas of the country rurally enough to, I think, I've experienced
Yeah.
that.
Well, especially the Fangwood has a certain number of unpronounced horrors too that are not
Yeah.
present in rural PA, even if mountain lions do exist in these regions.
As you turn around, you see a hydra.
Ugh. Is that a magical beast?
And where'd you find
Yeah.
it?
I believe it is.
Oh, I can probably take him then. I'll get a +2. So it's probably more than enough.
Those of you joining us,
Oh.
since it is a Friday night, if you'd like to play the mildly heroic drinking game, here's the drinking game stuff.
There's
I should
no
play
work
it.
obligation.
Oh man. I should play it, but I should play it. I'm gonna grab a drink later. It's gonna be good.
So what are we doing?
So Aiden will relay what he learned, and that he'll say the time that there's a switch, he doesn't know if it's going to be the same, but there's a narrow window but more enemies, so maybe we could mechanically get off a surprise round in that instance, but we would be fighting more people, or we probably forego a surprise round on the two up there but maybe get it on the lower guys. And it's really going to be hard. This tower it's like a traditional guard tower with like a raised wall where they're standing, so they have a ledge to lean over.
Yeah, so it's got 4 wooden pillars that go up, and it's got just like a 2 or 3 foot wall around.
It's not
it
just
kind of
like a
thing.
flat top. It's got like a roof and a little bit of a raised edge.
It does not have a roof. No. You can kind of see on this side, the eastern side of it, that is where the ladder is, because there's a kind of an opening in that spot. But the rest of it, they do have a couple, like 2 or 3 feet barricade that they can kind of look out from or duck behind if need be.
Okay, so they do, because they probably get improved or partial cover at the least.
Yeah,
because
but it is not roofed.
got you.
Hurl an alchemist fire up above Orin.
Yeah. Toss an alch fire that way. So yeah, he relays that information, says everything, and I think that did we notice any patrols that went in and out, Jace?
From your vantage point, you couldn't see into the camp. No patrols came in or out from this side at the very least.
Okay.
That much.
Because he can track with his survival and all that, so he's looking for that as he's making his departure and rejoining the group at the evening. So hopefully we run into a patrol while we're out here. As he's sneaking around down the south side, avoiding the briars and trying to avoid tracks that he suspects are frequently used where there's patrols, and he meets up with where he said he would meet the party. Does he see any evidence of hobgoblins traversing where he's at or been?
I mean, you see a couple tracks on your way over there, because
Fresh?
within a couple days, there's tracks that have been probably yesterday, tracks that were probably the day before that. The closer you get to your specific spot, you see less of them because you would not have chosen a spot to camp that was right next to a bunch of tracks. But
Right.
on your way there, you'd see a couple tracks. None of them would have been like that day's tracks or anything like that. But
We could lay ambush to a patrol. That's another possibility that we accomplish tonight. And then first thing in the morning, assault from the west side. What do you guys make of that?
We can certainly try.
I think that's where we're at.
Goodness gracious.
Oh boy.
So as he reconvenes, tells the party what's up, and the night gets darker and darker. We want to, I think.
I'm worried that doing a patrol though, like we're so close, they could just
They could
signal
hear
to
it.
the rest of the camp, or the camp
Mhm.
would hear it.
Unless we got rid of them all. Yeah, maybe we just wait and try something tomorrow.
That's probably the best bet, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So we just, I guess we'll play out waiting through the night.
okay. Yeah, you
Also-
guys. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, stream, if you notice a cat on Sarah's camera, that's another time you take a sip. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Sarah's off at the moment, but you guys are at your little makeshift camp there. I assume you're not having any fire pit or anything like that that would give you away, and you're staying pretty quiet. You don't encounter any issues throughout the night.
That's good. That's good.
The next morning comes, and you will have time to do what you wish to do once Sarah has returned.
I'll
That's
have
good to know.
Wild shape back. Does anybody have any health they need to regain? I know I can regain 2 points back, so I'll be at max health.
I'm assuming everyone will be at max health because I don't think we did much fighting except for that one instance.
I'm gonna prepare
Or
some
spends
spells.
the morning. Yeah, I was gonna say Orin just spends the morning polishing his warhammer and shield.
Do you do the thing where you chant out Torak's name loudly?
I make a quiet prayer this morning. Right. I mean,
goblins
they're
are-
wanting us to draw them into the woods. I can do it. I mean,
When goblin
You have
goes
that
to the other-
spell.
Do you hear that?
Torog!
Do you hear that? What's that? Does that sound like something out in the woods? Is that like dwarf predator, right?
Yeah, it might be kind of suspicious if the hobgoblins hear somebody striking a stone or an anvil for 10 minutes.
And screaming. Actually, I don't think you're
And-
able to.
This is a
Yeah.
perfect situation. If the sound of your hammer draws a creature near, encourage it to join you. So if all of the hobgoblins come, just say, "Hey guys, let's
Join
take a
me."
moment."
Join me in prayer.
Let's
As we
let's
strike
fast in the Father of Creation. It's fine. Let's just chill for a moment. Somebody kill him!
Is
Then I
there
activate my
is there a
Valor fire.
hobgoblin deity?
Yeah, you guys learned about one.
Yeah,
So in
macadamia nut.
Gosh.
in spells,
Great and wondrous macadamia night. I humbly
Macadamia
keep-
nut.
That's what we could do. Just throw macadamia nuts down into the camp.
Jason's
Everyone
like,
knows
they've
hobgoblins
been
have
preparing
nut
for this for
allergy.
the past hour and a half, and they've done nothing, next to nothing.
I know.
And now they're talking about
Alright.
macadamia nuts.
Yeah, we just have to.
do something.
Do it.
Yeah,
So
we're just-
spell preparation. Thinking just strategically, I'm probably gonna get from my level 1 spells, a cure light wounds ready. Probably an entangle, magic fang, and probably burning disarm. And I can use any of those and I can transfer any of those into a summon nature's ally instead, as needed if we want.
legs.
If we want some other bodies to throw at them. And then for my level 2 spells, I was thinking about getting, preparing Flurry of Snowballs, because that's a cone-shaped kind of AoE, well, cone-shaped burst. Sickening Entanglement and Stone Call, because they all have a AoE. They all do some kind of AoE damage. What do you think?
Okay. I'm just thinking about if you need both entangle and sickening entangle.
Well, I figure I can use Sickening Entanglement to help entangle on the other side, and then I can just turn the other entangle into a Summon Nature's Ally if needed. If we need a second
That's true.
entangle, then we'd have 2,
That's true.
potentially.
I will have available Burning Hands or Enlarge Person to use at my leisure.
I'm gonna have the Fire Belly for 2 times, Hedging Weapons, Magic Stone, Shield of Faith, Darkness. I figured I'd bring that just in case. Might be useful. Silence, Shield Other, and Spiritual Weapon. With the Shield Other, who do we think would benefit most from that? Because I have 2. That is a good point, you two. Fair enough.
Orin's like, I want to be the only one that can fight these guys, so
Right.
I'm gonna cast Darkness.
That came up in my homebrew campaign one time, where Sarah's rogue cast Darkness on the only 2 enemies in the entire combat who had dark vision.
Classic. It reminds
Thank
me
you
of
for the
the
heads up.
one who did it on the dragon and his thing on the boat, and the dragon was the only one they could see in the dark, and they all died. It was amazing.
So
Well-
that's a question, Jason. Can I cast Silence twice? Can I have 2 instances of Silence?
Sure, yeah, there's no reason not.
Yeah.
How long does that last?
1 round per level. So,
So
we're going
4
to
No.
rounds.
Four
Not very around. Not very long at all. That's
No.
yikes.
We'd
So
have to be quick about
I am also going to prepare an entangled. Although aspect of the falcon is feeling kind of nice, I think I'm gonna do.
Where would we be coming from? Here? Oops.
Depends on which side you want to go from.
Actually, I think I'll
Ba-da-ba-ba.
take hold person. That's the other one I'm gonna take.
You have a wand of hold person.
Stop reminding me.
Has 9
right.
charges. 9 charges.
There's a thing though. Hold person's not
There
bad
is.
at all.
Yeah, I forgot I had that wand.
That's very good. Hold a person right on this bottleneck. Sounds nice.
Put their body across the bridge.
You also
Delicious.
have a potion of Shield of Faith. If you wanted to use that instead of a spell.
Also, just as a
Yeah.
heads up, I have a potion of Shield of Faith still on Theros that he can use, and my Stone Call turns into difficult terrain wherever the area of effect is. So that will help in monitoring movement as needed.
Okay. Aiden, we have a potion of bold strength. Do you want it, or do you want me to take it?
Bowl of strength is well that won't stack with your enlarged person, will it?
Yeah, well,
Oh, it will. Then yeah,
different
take it.
bonuses.
Take it. I mean, Aiden would normally love to get in the fray, but I suspect he's going to be mostly on range duty for this fight.
He's like, you all said I was going to die, so haha, I'm gonna stay back and just shoot things.
No, he'll get up there when he has to.
And then just to recap, Orin has Nyari has a potion of Cure Moderate. The Haversack has a potion of Cure Light. I don't see any others. So, 2 health potions. Does somebody want to take the potion of Cure Light or the Cure Mod since Nyari has the Haversack? Since Nyari has the Haversack, would anyone want to take one of those potions? Aiden?
What potion does what?
I have a potion of Cure Light, 1d8 plus 1, or a potion of Cure Mod, 2d8 plus 3.
I don't have any cures, so I should probably take at least one of them.
Yeah, I at least have the wand on me to heal myself and anybody near me. So those who are likely not going to be backline fighters should probably take all the self-healing stuff they can get.
I'll take
Okay.
the moderate one.
Like we're
And
going
you have
down,
some?
So
You have some, Sarah?
Yeah, so you'll take the mod, so I'll put that on you. I'll just leave the Cure Light in the Haversack because it's the same thing. There's 2 vials of oil, so if anybody wants those for the Alchemist Fire, that's an option.
If you're gonna leave the cure light wounds in the haversack, I'll just take it.
Well,
It's better to have enough for someone.
I have the Haversack, so it's like
Oh,
being on my
I-
person.
I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll take the mod,
Okay.
I'll take the Cure Light.
Uh-huh.
Does anyone want to eat one of the gut stones? There's 2 of them.
And they help you
Sure, I
save
prob-
against a crit.
Yeah, and essentially if you get a crit, it would tank 10 points of damage from the crit.
we know Justin
much-
definitely should. Kept kidding, but
Yeah. How many do we have?
2.
Give one to Justin.
Who's Justin?
Oh, what am I eating?
Orin.
Here.
Give one to Orin.
You're eating a steadfast gut stone.
Oh, okay. Nom 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 nom
because you
nom.
get because you get crit against so often.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
and Theros, if you want the other one, it's yours.
What's the name of it?
Steadfast gut
I
stone?
feel like you or Sarah should because you're I think still the most likely to be under fire given your close proximity of attacks.
They do
I
have
have
art
the
range.
most hit points.
Hmm.
All right,
That's
I'll
true.
take
I
that one too. I'll
But
go
I have
ahead
a
and
shield
nom nom.
I have Shield of Faith that I'm going to be drinking.
I
Yep.
also am gonna probably have a pretty low AC when I get
And
buffed, but
Nyari can
it's
cast
fine.
Mage Armor on Theros as well.
I would
Yeah.
do that before because that'll last for an hour.
Oh,
Yep.
and they don't stack.
So I'm gonna expend a charge off of that now, and you can put that in your thing because, like, right before this goes down.
This is the
I would
one,
cast
Chase.
that.
This is the one.
He's so in the zone. It scares me. Don't like
This
it.
We're pre-buffing for it. We're stacking everything, and I know the thing is I just don't think that we've been presented with a way to take it on slowly, one at a time. We haven't seen any patrols. Laying an ambush presents its own risk. We really want to secure this tower. If we can do that, I think that we have a chance.
Yep.
Wait, is actually
Alright.
drinking Shield of Faith going to do anything if I do that with mage armor, or the effects are the same, so they won't stack?
Mage
they're
armor is an
different.
armor. Yeah. Shield of Faith is a shield. Or
Shield of Faith is
luck.
deflection bonus.
Okay.
deflection.
How long does that last?
So that's a good
That was
question.
probably minutes per level, or I don't know.
It's minute per level. Yeah.
And
Just
if
remember
it's a
that
potion, it'll be
potions, yeah,
one.
potions
1
are
minute.
minimum caster levels.
So that would want to be like what you do right before.
Right before we
Combat
get out.
starts.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll have
Which
that
I'm planning to do the same, Jason. Drink my Shield of Faith potion as we get to the tree line before charging out into combat.
So the other option that I had thought of is if you wanted to cast Silence on Nyari, something on Nyari's, and she could charge out and try to take.
These down here.
How are you gonna
Yeah.
get up to these guys?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe we wait for the time when they were switching. The lateral B have dropped down. Try to take out 6 at once instead of 4 at once. Because else these guys are up there able to rain fire on us without really anything that we can do about it. Because I mean, 2 of us can shoot crossbows and stuff, but they're gonna have so many advantages shooting down on us from there. Unless we can blow the tower instead, and we use the tree stump for that instead of here.
I don't know. We just have to do something.
Let's just run it out and see what happens. I was gonna cast Silence up on these guys because I have like a 400-foot cast range on it, something like
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
you don't have to touch something?
that. No.
No.
Okay. That's a good idea because then they can't yell to.
They can't
Get the
raise the
other people.
alarm, and hopefully we're high enough that we can dispatch these guys without being spotted.
Yeah, because the other option would be to try to hack down the legs of this to make it collapse. That was the other option of having Silence, is so that. But
How
they would still be
rickety
able to.
How rickety did it look?
Pretty sturdy.
I don't see us hacking it down very easily or very quickly.
Nope.
But we could set it ablaze.
You could
Yep.
hack it down. I have rules for damaging wooden objects, but it probably wouldn't be a
What the
one-round
stump
thing.
remover would do to it.
Yeah, what if we put the stump remover here? Can we get it to fall onto the stairs?
You can certainly try.
Yeah.
I actually
Yeah.
like that. That's not a
Yeah,
bad
let's
idea.
do it.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
do it.
That's the plan.
We're
Go big
going
or
in.
go home.
You might
That's
get
what
attacked
we're
while you're
doing.
trying to do that, but
It's what we're doing, Jace. Nobody asked you.
So cast Silence on this, take out these gobs, and put the stump
Yeah.
remover on that leg to try to.
So
Topple.
when are you doing all of these buffs? Because you'd have to either get into position and then take the buffs, or take the buffs and then get into position.
I think we want to get into position and then take the buffs.
I won't.
So you'd be
taking
rolling
my buff.
checks to get into position without being seen, and then taking the buffs.
I think that's how we have to do it.
I won't be taking my buff that I had just said, the Shield of Faith.
I don't have any buffs, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, I
Unless
just
the
didn't know
guy-
all of the potions and whatnot that you were wanting to take. Like, if you take them a ways back where you would have no chance of being seen, then it would eat up on the time of their duration, but you wouldn't have to worry about combat starting before you were buffed.
What about
But if
the,
you
uh,
went
the
into position and then buffed, you might get seen before you get them all off.
but the gut belly? I think that's just like on your
No,
next
that-
crit.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So that's the only thing I used. So
I'm just
Whatever
talking about
you
like
guys
potions, all the potions you were talking about.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to use any potions.
Okay.
Theros, Niari, potions.
I'm just trying to think because bull strength is minutes per level. If it's a second level spell, is that 3 minutes?
Yes.
I'm gonna wait.
Well, you also have the one that lasts an hour, or you can probably get off.
The mage armor, yeah, I would do before we rushed out there. That's fine. So mage armor, we'll say, is off. I'll hold off on bull strength.
And here's we'll give you the full plan, and then if it gets interrupted, we'll go with our contingencies. But basically, the way I see it is we're gonna round all the way out, circle the edge on the far west side, and then come in here on the northwest, maybe even the full north, somewhere up there. Orin is going to cast Silence, upon which Aiden will have a readied action to attack any of the goblins that he sees on the ground floor, any hobgoblins, any enemies that are not in the tower.
I can try to shoot the other one.
Correct. So we'll coordinate who's going to shoot each one, try to get that done smooth, like crisp. And if that works, we could, since they're silenced, rush in with the stump remover. And it was a a standard action. It had rules to how to use it.
Yes. 1 second, let me pull it up for you. I have to go all the way back to part 1.
Here's the thing: if I silence these guys, though, it's not going to be silent down here. So once we set that off,
that's hell breaks loose.
Fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
and I'm gonna, yeah.
the stump remover, you would know that setting the components takes 3 rounds. There is a check involved, a craft alchemy, disable device, knowledge engineering, or an appropriate profession check with a certain DC. And you would be vaguely aware that if you pass the check, it'll go off 5 rounds later. If you fail the check by a certain amount, it might still go off, but sooner than expected.
Okay. And how big is the blast going to be? Do we know that?
You do not know exactly how big the blast will be. It's a very prototype weapon.
Oh my gosh.
It's meant for taking out the stumps of trees, so.
This is
So 8 rounds minimum. All right.
Yeah, and if we can dispatch the guys silently on the bottom, then we have it made, and we have, I think, the race. Because then thereafter, if we have to execute contingencies, Theros and I are in tank CC duty, and we're gonna try to control the crowd, get a bottleneck going, keep the action economy in our favor, and fight small waves as opposed to big waves.
Okay.
This is bad. This is really bad, but let's do it.
All right.
Okay.
I'm all ready.
Okay, now Jace, if you let me break the rules. If I were to cast an augury now.
Unfortunately, you don't have that spell.
That's too bad, isn't it? It is too bad. Okay.
Okay. So you guys are going to try to get into position. Then you're going to cast Silence.
Yes.
And that'll be the mark.
Okay.
But remember, I have a 400-foot cast radius on.
Also, Jace, just so you know, I did equip some unique arrows that I might not use, but if I do use, they will be whistling, trying to incite a bit of fear.
Get all that noise out there.
Yep. Not right away, but when it's too late for recovery.
When stuff gets real.
When stuff gets real, they'll whistle out.
Go ahead and roll me your stealth checks to get into position.
Good luck, Orin. Can
I gotta say, how are we doing
guidance?
this? How are you doing group checks? Are we just going with like the worst? Like whoever does the least good is the one who does it? Like
Can we have some potions of guidance or cast guidance on some of these stealth checks?
Yeah. I used my guidance cantrip before doing this.
I'd say, can you? Because yeah, you can. Like, because assuming, yeah.
I'll allow you to do it a minute out, and then
Yeah.
the duration of your stealth check is the minute that it takes you to get to the edge of the forest.
Thank you, sir.
I'll cast guidance on Iari and drink a potion of guidance for Theros. If that's okay.
Oh,
Can I do that?
this is great. Yeah.
Okay.
So the only one who doesn't have guidance is well, what does it matter? What does it matter? Oh, this was a great plan. We do
Well-
each have a hero point. You probably should declare it beforehand, but we do each have a hero point.
Too late.
Not great.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead and put yourselves on the map where you want to be up there.
So we're up
Put yourself
here,
at
right?
the edge of the map up there, wherever you guys were coming in from.
Can't
Somewhere
see
over
because
there.
our faces are in the way.
Oh, you put our faces up top.
Yeah.
On the edge of the map, not the forest.
Oh.
I can't see up that high. How do I move faces?
Move.
If you hover on them in the bottom left corner, there's the 3 lines.
You can also go to your game settings and turn the video avatar locations to the bottom of your screen.
Player video avatar size. I just made you guys small. There we go.
That works too.
Oh boy.
Is anyone feeling it in the pit of their stomach? Like, I'm going to throw up. I'm so terrified.
Don't you dare, or I'm out.
I
I will
won't.
peace out.
We're all right. We're telling
We're
a
fine.
story.
We're gonna do
This is gonna be fun.
Yep. It's gonna be
Okay.
fun, guys. We
So-
got this.
You guys are walking up to the edge of the forest, and you get about where you guys are on the map, so about 5 to 10 feet from the edge of the forest, and you can right away you can tell that it's going to be difficult with the armor that Orin has to stay super quiet. So you get to where you're at, and you can hear some commotion from the tower, and I would say, Theros, since you have the best perception, you can see that one of the guards has kind of snapped his head in your direction and is looking in that direction. And roll for initiative. There won't be a surprise round because not all of you. He didn't roll great perception, and he has a penalty because of the distance, but he did still just beat.
So this initiative check is very important, Orin.
Yeah, I got 7.
Great.
Yeah.
No, I don't
It's
need
okay,
to open
though.
combat manager. I've already got combat manager.
I was saying, we all can delay, but if they beat you, that's the problem.
Right.
Let me just put them in. So we've got 2 goblins, 2 not hobgoblins, they're scouts. Okay, I will link the initiative between the scouts and the goblins, and we'll roll it and see what happens.
And
So-
what happens, guys.
Theros is sitting at a 19. Nyari is at a 17. Orin is at a 7. Aiden is at a 16. Sort. Okay. So top of round 1. You guys are waiting for Orin, right? So do you want to just delay all of the turns until we get to him?
Sure.
Like until they go or until he goes? Because
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with that. Except for, yeah, I'm comfortable with that.
top of the round would be Theros and Volus. Delay them. Next up would be Nyari. Delay her. Next up would be Aiden. Delay him. Next up would be
No
the
way.
goblins.
Oh, jeez.
But their perception is not nearly as high as the hobgoblins in the tower. They do not notice you.
Oh. Sarah, your red background though. For those of you not watching the stream and listening to the podcast, Sarah has a deep red lighting in the background, and it's so intense.
The goblins rolled a 14 initiative. Orin rolled a 7 initiative.
The hobgoblins?
The hobgoblins
Rolled a 2?
rolled a 6 initiative.
Oh, we did it! Oh, I'm so nervous.
With their +3, they somehow rolled a 6.
Oh.
So, Orin, it is your turn. You will be able to act before them, though they have noticed you.
Yeah, I've had a ready to action, so well,
I
delay
will-
or ready doesn't matter for us anymore. Mechanically the same.
Cast silence up top on this guy, the one that's awake.
Okay. So you cast silence up there on the tower.
Yep.
That would alert the goblins because they can hear you casting a spell, but they will have to wait. So, do you want to move, or is it just you want to cast the spell and then wait for the next round before doing anything else?
No, I'll move up because they're gonna obviously hear me.
Okay.
So how far can I move? 30 feet with my special boots.
Just remember not to get in Niari or Aiden's way shooting arrows.
Yeah.
Niari was gonna shoot too, wasn't she? Yeah.
I'll move up. Oops, I lost track of where I wanted to go. There. Thank you. Right there.
Okay.
And then silence up on
Yep.
the awake fella.
Okay. Now it is the hobgoblin's turn. You can see that the guy up there, he kind of pulls up a bronze or brass bell and a small hammer, and he starts hitting the bell with this hammer, but there's no noise that comes from this. And he's like frantically hitting it, and he's looking at the bell, and he's like, he starts yelling out. Like, you can see his mouth opening as he's yelling out, but no sound is coming. And so he kind of looks down, and you see him kicking at something, presumably the other guy up there, and that's his whole turn. Is just
Quick question.
yes.
Good start.
So, were we just losing our turns? We wouldn't have said
You
like
guys
as
are-
soon as the spell got off that we would lose our arrows.
Well, that's
No.
the thing. You could, but you're going to be going next anyways. So mechanically,
It doesn't
all
make
of you are going to go next.
Technically,
So-
mechanically, it's better if we didn't ready actions because we'll get a full turn instead of just a standard action to go off.
Yeah.
So I can use rapid shot, for example.
Yep. So that first hobgoblin up there spends his turn banging the hammer, yelling out as a free action, and then his other move action is just kicking the guy at his feet to wake him up. Top of the round, we are up to Volus and Theros.
Oh man, I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do at this point. I think we were planning on casting. We don't want to cast Entangle yet. Or wait,
Not
I have
yet,
a stump
you're-
remover. So right, or does I think I have it? Yeah. So am I running up to place it
Yeah,
now?
you're the one. You're the
Immediately.
Yeah, Orin will be the one to set the charge, but you're the one with it. I believe is the situation. So you're gonna run up there. You're gonna place it, and then you're on CC duty, just keeping enemies away.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So Theros is going to start setting up the stump
Well,
remover.
could he
So
stealth?
again, I wanna point out that there is a check involved.
Okay.
So you might want to make sure that
Kinda
somebody
check.
has the skills relevant to setting
yeah,
it up.
good point.
Right. So you might both just want to place it, not actually set the charge.
Okay. Well, he would set
Yeah,
it.
but do any of us have the skills?
What
That's
are
the
they?
thing.
Read them off again.
They are, I'm scrolling up again because it's on the other side of the PDF. So, setting the components takes 3 rounds and requires a successful DC something. Craft alchemy, disable device, knowledge engineering, or an appropriate profession check.
That's the problem that we had at the bridge. I didn't think any of us had the capability to even do
Oh, we
it.
don't have any of them.
That's the issue.
Oh,
Nobody has any of those skills.
Nope.
I don't. I'm not trained in knowledge engineering. I thought one of us had disabled device.
Nope.
Yeah, it's true. But then we don't know how that works. But we can still throw an alchemist fire on it and see what happens.
on the device.
Yeah.
That
I love it. Let's
might
do it.
be a terrible idea.
Let's do it.
But if
I
you
love
want
it.
to try that,
We don't know how it works. What else are we gonna do?
you can try that.
I like where your head's at.
It's-
Okay. Yep.
I like the headspace you're in, Josh. Let's do this.
I mean, the only other thing I can think is a trail of oil, and we light that and let it go.
Orin's
Yeah.
gonna get blue up.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
The other option is to put oil and alchemist fire on the tower and see if that would burn faster. But
Yeah.
also,
My
Well-
only problem with that, guys, is that it's not gonna. I mean, like, although it's silence,
Yeah.
like we're gonna see smoke and fire coming up
Right.
at the
yeah,
top.
and
of
it's silence for 4 rounds, so we're
We've-
under the gun.
We're under the gun. We've got to blow it. So,
Yeah,
sorry.
so he runs up and he puts the stump remover at the base there. That's his. Well, actually, it would be his full round just to get to that position.
Right, and a free action drop. Technically. So
Well,
if
it's 3 rounds to set it up. It's not just a free action drop it.
Oh, okay, sure. That works.
All right, and then Volus, I guess, would go. Let's see. He could only make it here, so he's going to direct his attention towards this hobby, or this gobby. And that
Okay.
concludes my turn.
Hoblin.
Okay. Next up, it is Nyari.
So this is all difficult terrain up here.
No, the difficult terrain is the briars at the south.
So why could Volus only go to there? He has 40 feet of movement.
Oh, right, yeah. I was thinking, I saw the 30, and for whatever reason, wasn't thinking.
Oh yeah, no,
So he'd probably go ahead right there to set up flanking maybe with Orin.
And then he gets a bite if he wants it.
yeah.
Wouldn't
Well,
it take 2
if you
move
did you
actions
move
to
through
get-
this square? Because if
He
you move through
was-
this square,
he was
then
right
that's an
there.
attack of opportunity.
Let's
Okay.
just go. Just go.
No, he was right here. And in order to get here is 30 feet.
Well, I had you at the back, like the back.
Oh, okay.
So
Still, he could do that.
Still going here,
Oh.
that's 35, yeah. He'd have to take double movement just to get...
No.
No, he has 40 feet.
Right there, what I just showed you. You could do.
Okay. Forgive me, stream.
That's alright. Now you chilling, bro.
Been a
I'm not
while.
apologizing to you guys, I'm apologizing to stream.
Okay.
Thanks, bud.
Apologizing to all the podcast people that
Yeah,
have
podcast.
no idea
people.
what's going on.
So you run up as move action.
So Volus gets right up in his business on the right hand side.
He'll go for a little chomp.
Nice.
Nom nom.
Okay.
15 to hit a regular old goblin.
15 to hit a regular old goblin.
Old.
That
Specifically on the old.
is
an elderly.
a miss.
Dang, they weren't some armor. Good armor. Well,
They are
they're
just dexterous little tiny creatures.
fair enough.
That is Volus' turn, so Nyari, you are up.
Ra-ba-ba. Let's see what we can do. So I think I can get into flanking without provoking. I have to go through Orange Square, but if I do
Yeah, it looks like it.
something like that, it's kind of wonky, but I'll get into flanking with Volus.
Okay.
Because at this point, shooting an arrow is not as good as just trying to hit. Yeah, I will do that. Oops. And try to two-hand 24 to hit
Oh, that's
That'll
got
hit.
and 11 slashing damage.
And that will kill that goblin.
Yeah!
Okay.
Maybe X him out.
And that's my turn.
Okay. So after Nyari, we have Aiden.
So it's gonna be a bit of a threaded shot. But if you see the angles I'm working with, give them maybe partial cover, or what you thinking?
You have precise shot.
I do not have precise shot.
I'll give him a +1 then. If you had precise shot, I wouldn't bother with it. But
I don't think you would normally, yeah, but it's
You don't
close
want to
enough.
like move down here?
I'll get 2 shots off this way
Oh,
because I
I
have
see.
rapid shot.
I see.
so yeah, I'll give him less than partial, but just like a little tiny smidgen of something.
Yeah, because I do have a thread through the middle, but it's yeah, exactly. All right, so it's gonna be a rapid shotted arrows to go, and you'll have to keep track of the cover that you're giving them because I don't have it ticked in here. Favorite terrain, rapid shot, not a favorite enemy, no flank, cleave, charge, or power attack, nothing else crazy going on. Here it is. 25 and a 17 to hit.
25 will hit, which disables it, bringing it to exactly 0. With
And a
your 6
17.
points of damage. A 17 with the +1 AC Exactly hits.
Oh.
We drop him.
And he goes down.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
That's good.
They have a 16 AC normally.
So now what? That was as far as I got with the plan.
Now we blow it up. We throw the stones. We throw out our entangles, and we just go ham. I mean, we gotta load the stump. That's
What do
gonna
we do
take
about
3
these
rounds.
guys?
Take them
total
down
defense.
with the tower.
They're going to go down with the tower.
Okay.
I mean, I'll take shots at them in the meantime, but they're going down with the tower, man.
That's Aiden's turn.
Is there a way to like
So who's
shoot a fire arrow or something at the stump remover? Maybe like soak it in oil and then like back up and fire a fire arrow at it.
Yeah, we could try that.
I mean that would allow you at least to be farther away than alchemist fire. I don't know. Maybe alchemist fire is still the best way to go, but you'd have to be pretty close still to do that, right?
10 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't exactly love the idea of standing that close to the stump remover while throwing an alchemist fire
Yeah.
at it. Even with fire belly, that doesn't sound great.
We soak it in
No.
oil and shoot a fire arrow. Does anybody got any fire arrows? We could light an arrow on fire.
So-
You could light an arrow with a rag and oil. That would probably take a full round to get that ready to go, though.
There
That's gonna
there is an item called a fire arrow. Yeah.
Oh, really?
The range increment of the arrow is reduced by 20 feet, so
Still, like shooting it from like here is still better than being right here and throwing an alchemist fire.
you can try that. It'll take some extra setup.
Like I said, I think it would take a full round to construct one.
Yep, and just bear in mind how many rounds there are before silence wears off.
How many more rounds before silence wears off?
We
Like
are
3?
about to go near the end of the second round.
All right,
So
but
two.
that was my turn, so I think it's up to you now, Jace.
Goblins are both dead. We are moving to Orin.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna take a double movement. To go. Where do I want to go? Go here.
Unless
I'm setting up to be able to drop fire on these guys over here. These guys.
Okay.
Can you take a quick perception from there?
Jason, can I take a quick perception from there?
You can, but you'd only be able to see like the
far-
latter half of the camp,
Yeah.
probably from that angle. And with that perception, you don't see a
Oblivious.
whole lot.
Yeah.
The 7 is not quite going to be very good.
Yeah.
But you do get over there into position. That is your turn. It is now the scouts' turns. So the one already tried doing all of the banging and yelling and all the noise that he could make with his bell and hammer, and nothing happened. So he's just going to pull out his bow and he's just going to start firing. The other guy is going to stand up and also pull out his bow, which is going to be his turn. But so one guy will get a shot off. And I am going to roll to see who he fires at. It's going to be a D. I'm going to do a D6. 1 or 2, it is Nyari. 3 or 4, it is Theros. 5 or 6, it is Orin. Theros. So he 5 foot steps over and he kind of leans
accidentally
over the
shoots
edge
the
and
stump remover and it blows up and kills.
fires an arrow down at you. So let me see what there to hit is. I can roll this die. Longbow. You are not an animal, so they don't get favored enemy. Okay.
Well, I mean,
Not a great roll. I don't think they have any other special bonuses in there. That is only a 14.
yep, nope, that's not gonna hit.
Okay. So he fires an arrow straight down at you, but misses. And the other one had to stand up, pull out his bow. That was his whole turn. Top of round 3, Theros, it's your turn.
All right. Yeah, I guess we're gonna try to pour oil on it, right?
Sure.
So in order to assemble it, it would take some time to assemble. So
Oh, yeah.
I imagine it as like a bunch of different components that have to be placed next to each other in such a way. You don't know the way that would get it so that you could set it on your own, but you can get them all into a position where you think maybe you could set it, you could blow it up remotely,
Okay.
but it would still take you a round or two maybe to set them all up because it's not like a box that you just place down.
Yeah.
Right. So you can start doing that. That'd be his whole turn, though.
That'd be a full round. Yep.
Okay. Gonna do that.
Okay.
Quite literally, because this is actually going swimmingly well with the silence. That I wonder if we could actually dispatch these guys. But
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
in another round, we're SOL. Like, we're in a bad spot. So I just don't see at this point how this stumper mover, because the silence wears off and they're going to alert the entire camp.
Either
He has
way,
2 castings.
the only difference that'll make is the stump remover will take care of these guys and help make this difficult for them to come up. Either way, if it doesn't go off, they still have to come up this way or this way because we can cast an angle from this distance. I think.
We can. The whole map is small enough in the first range you can cast Entangle.
Yeah,
It's
so
literally-
it won't be ideal,
yeah.
but I don't think we're gonna be in a really bad spot.
And every orientation, you can put Entangle anywhere on this map you want. This is 400 feet is the range, plus 40 per level.
I have a bunch of CC too. We'll do our best to just try to slow them down.
Mm-hmm.
Try it. So who's after? Oh, after Theros is Volus. So Volus is going
Yep.
to move up here into the brush a little bit. Theros tells him to go there.
Okay. And after Theros and Volus, it is Nyari.
So can I? Pulling out a weapon is a move action, and sheathing
Yes.
a weapon is a move action.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Crap.
Does Sarah piece out of roll 20?
But you can do
Oh,
one.
I hit the back button. I'm sorry. I
You
was trying to
can do-
switch tabs to look at our inventory, and I hit the wrong button.
Remember, you
I'm
can draw
coming.
something as part of a move, though, too.
That doesn't help me.
What are you trying to do, if
Doesn't
you don't mind
help
asking?
me. Well, I was gonna try to shoot one of those guys, but then I'd have to drop my battle axe, which I don't want to do.
I don't see the problem.
Oh, I was gonna ask you,
Um,
Jason, retroactively, can I have had Theros do a quick perception check to see if any of them noticed any of the art activities? I don't know if
Sure.
I could see them from this direction or not. I would assume so, but wanted to
I
check.
think.
Oh, you wouldn't be able
I
to
think
see them very well, but you could try to hear.
Okay. If I can take a quick listen then, retroactively, that's a 29 for perception.
You don't hear any change in the noises going on in camp.
Okay.
Still just the general commotion.
Good. All right, back to Nyari. Sorry about that. Thank you.
Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I am going to... At this point, I will... Sorry, bear with me.
Can she aid me in setting it up?
Sure.
Is that an option?
Yeah, let it be an option, Jace. Let it be an option.
It would still be a full round action for her to do it, though. So she could get up there and then do her full round action next turn, and then yours, and then it would be the 3 full turns.
Right as silence
Okay.
ends.
So that's what I will do, I guess.
Okay. Next up, we have
Uh,
Aiden. Okay.
I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that I could do that would help with the guys up top.
Throwing a fire, maybe, but
Yeah, but I didn't know if we wanted to use our fire on them.
not yet. Yeah.
I guess that's what I'll
Might
do.
And bear in mind, anytime you're throwing these fires, they have a range increment of 10 feet. So you're taking penalties if you're going
Yeah.
more than 10
Yeah.
feet.
Uh,
So this is 30
Helping-
feet up, so you'd be taking a penalty just getting up there.
Yeah, helping Theros is probably just your best bet, honestly. Unless you had super creative.
That was Theros yelling for Nyari to help him out.
So, okay. I don't know if I can do this, but I just remembered I have a scroll of Ray of Enfeeblement, which is a close range, so it's 25 feet plus 5 feet for 2 levels. Is there any way that I could, like, is activating a scroll a standard action or a full round action?
It's just like casting the spell.
It's the same casting time as the spell.
So would I be able to move here and then try to cast it on him? And I know you said it's 30 feet up, but if I'm 6 feet tall and have 25 feet of range, would that hit him, or is that just not worth trying?
Well, no, 25 plus how much per level?
Well, it's 5 plus 2 levels, but it's a scroll, so it's only a first level spell.
So it's 25 plus 5, so it'll be 30.
No, it's 5 feet every 2 levels, so you don't get the extra 5 feet, I don't think.
Yeah, the
Okay.
range is 25 feet. So the thing is that I believe that spell requires an attack roll. He has loads of cover against you because of not only the angle, but also because there's the wall that he has. So you could try it and try to hit him, but it would probably be a pretty difficult check.
It is a ranged touch attack, though.
I know, I might as well. I don't know when I'll ever use it. I'm gonna try it. I know he's got a buttload of cover, but I'm gonna just try it. And I'll just waste the scroll if it doesn't work.
Or
It's
you'll
not a
get
big
an
deal.
extra 20. You never know.
So it's ranged against touch. So I don't take any negs, you'll just add to his AC.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Nope. Okay.
No,
the
even without the
scroll
cover, a
is
10 is not
gone.
going to do it.
Thus starts my luck with
Wait,
rolling.
Ray of Enfeeblement. To cast a scroll doesn't require the same verbal and somatic components because those were used to create the scroll, correct?
It still requires those components. It doesn't require the material components, I don't believe.
So then she can't cast it because it has verbal components.
She's
No,
not
but-
within the radius of the
You're right.
silence.
You're right.
Okay. So that is Nyari's turn. Aiden, you're up.
So the way I'm envisioning the angles, and 30 feet up is pretty dang high. I actually probably have a better angle where I'm at than if I moved forward. Am I mistaken?
Getting closer probably would not do you any help.
It wouldn't help me. So I'm going to... Do I want a rapid shot or shoot once? I'm going to shoot once. Because I want my move action. Hang on, my character sheet's being done. So I will take one shot at this guy with whatever cover you'll provide him. Here it is. 22 to hit.
That, I'm going to look up the cover, but I am sure that's still going to hit.
5 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, they do not have total or improved cover, so it's just cover.
Is this edge of the forest difficult terrain?
No,
These-
I don't think so.
Okay, then I'm going to go like that.
Okay. So you take one shot at the guy who was sleeping, dealing 5 points of damage to him. Okay. That is Aiden's turn. We're to Orin. This is the third round. We're up to Orin.
I would like to use my wand of hold person.
Okay. What is the range on hold person?
It is 100 feet plus 10 feet per level.
Okay. So you should be within range.
Yeah. And who did Aiden just hit? Which one? That one?
Yes.
So I'm gonna use it on this one.
Okay. So that is going to be a will save.
Yes, sir.
They don't have a great will save, but the DC for the wand probably isn't great either.
Does it go by what level spell it is for me?
Doesn't matter.
Oh.
Rolled a natural 2, so that is a fail.
Great.
Okay.
So he's held.
So we will do.
And that
what's
lasts
a good icon for that?
One round per level.
So
4 levels.
from a wand, it would be
Two rounds. Because whole person's the second level spell.
3 rounds.
3, yes.
3
You're right.
rounds. Yeah,
3 rounds.
3 rounds.
But he gets a save at the end of each of his turns to try to
Yeah.
get out of it. Okay.
Mhm.
So this is your standard action. Did you want to move or you're good?
Yeah, I'm good where I'm at.
Okay. It is now their turn, so that one's going to spend his turn to try to break it.
I feel like a little net on him.
That one, I doubt succeeds. It's a 12, so I doubt even with
No.
anything else that would work. So he is still held. The other one is going to take a step over because you've all moved to this side. And he's going to see the people out shooting at him. He's going to fire back at Aiden. It would probably be smarter for him to fire down, but Aiden hit him, so he's going to retaliate. That is probably not going to hit. That is a 15.
No.
Okay. So that is his round. He is going to then use his move action to drop prone.
Curtis, you too smart for me.
Actually, it's a free action to drop prone, but
It is.
he gets out of sight. Theros and Volus, you're up.
Tricky.
It's smart.
Oh, yeah. It forces my second silence. Because I can't hold person.
Well, Theros will probably have to keep finishing putting that
Yep.
thing together, so that's him.
Full round action to set up other the components. Yep.
And Volus is gonna stay put.
Okay. Nyari.
All right, I spend my full round assisting with the setup of this thingy.
Okay.
So it's good to go.
Yep,
And
it has
then
been placed and arranged in some fashion.
5 foot step back.
Okay. Next up it is Aiden.
So since he dropped, I have line of sight on him now.
Barely because of the angle, but yeah.
If I 5 foot step one way or the other, is it going to improve my chances?
No, I'm just thinking about angles. If you
Yeah.
think about it, like it's 30 feet up, and then you've got like a 2 or 3 foot wall,
Should you?
and he's
Yeah.
on the other side of the tower.
The other side, though, too, about arrows, you know, you can technically shoot it up and have it come
Yeah,
down, in theory, though, too.
Shouldn't Aiden be getting a fire arrow ready to shoot here?
I don't
sooner
have
than later?
anything except for a rag that I can do. So could I spend a move action pulling out like some piece of cloth to wrap around the end of an arrow, Jace, and then a
Sure.
standard action? The standard action to shoot still, and then we'll 5 foot step the way we're going after.
In the reverse order, yeah, shoot and then pull that out probably.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Sure. This guy's gonna get a little bit more cover than the other guy did, but I'll still allow the attack.
And he is paralyzed too, though, so his AC.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling okay about it. A 15 for 9.
That
Probably.
will hit because he's held.
9 points of damage to him. 5
Okay.
foot step. Get that wrap ready to go.
Okie dokie.
Oh, my
Still
stomach.
have to dump oil on this thing.
We are back to Orin, and this is the 4th round.
Ah!
That was this goblin screaming. Hobgoblin screaming. Ah!
Ah!
Well, it hasn't run out yet, the spell, technically.
No, it'll be until the end of his turn.
Mm-hmm. So if he casts it again, we'll be fine.
Probably technically the beginning of his turn, but it doesn't functionally make a difference either way.
Right. So, other silence. Buy more time on this guy again.
Okay.
And I'm just going to stay where I'm at.
So, question: you're casting silence on the creature?
They get a save if you do that.
Oh. And I just
See,
here? I mean, just in the tower up the top?
I can't remember. I have to pull it up.
Let me look here.
You can cast it on a point in space. It's just you said on the creature, which makes it a little different.
I just meant like in this general area.
Okay.
And I meant that for the first one too, not like on him, but like just like in that general square.
Okay. Yep. Then yeah, you can cast it on a point in space to cover that area. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you're
Right
casting
there.
your second silence up there. Okay. So
I
it's
got
gonna
no
be
more
another
silence.
4 rounds. Tis their turns. So the one that is held is full. I just dropped my d20. He's gonna spend his full round once again, trying to get out of the old person. Fails. So he's
Great
still held.
old person. Great old
Yeah,
person.
clutch.
We've had that
The
work
other
against
one.
us, so.
The other one is going to move action pop up, and he's going to take a shot. At this point, he knows there's something going on down there. He doesn't know what you guys are doing, but he doesn't like it. I'm going to roll a d4. 1 or 2 is Theros, 3 or 4 is Nyari.
See plunge attack.
Nyari. So he's going to take a shot at you.
No!
Say 17 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay. And then he is going to free action fall back prone.
Really gonna cheese that for as much as you can, huh?
He knows how to fight from a
He's
tower.
combat trained!
He's combat trained.
That is their turn. We are back up to Theros and Volus. The thing has been done as best as can be.
I guess Theros will also pull out a vial of that oil
Okay.
and pour it over the device
Okay.
as a standard action,
Okay.
and then run away.
It would technically be a move action to pull out the oil.
Oh, okay. Well then, oof. I guess we have some time now because of the silence. So
You do have a few more rounds.
5 foot step there, I guess.
Okay. Volus still staying?
Yes.
Okay. Nyari.
Alright, so Nagari will run back here next to Aiden. Actually, she'll get here. And as she's going, she'll pull oil out of the haversack and then put it on the rag.
I think I had oil on me. Could I have done that with the turn round last time, or just get the rag around it?
No, yeah, just the rag.
So that saves an action. Good job, Sarah.
And
So you move over there and draw out an oil.
And put it,
Oh,
use my standard action? Or is it a full round action? Pour it on the...
no.
Okay, so you're pulling it out as you move. Standard action to.
Put it on the rag.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's my
That
turn.
is your turn. Aiden, you're up. You've got an oiled cloth arrow.
Yeah. So, you would call it a standard action or full round action to get it lit?
To light it, what are you lighting it with?
I got flint and steel on my range.
Full round action, probably.
Yeah.
I'd say full round action at least.
Yeah, so a
I'll
full
just say-
round.
yeah. They'll just
Get
say
it,
full round action.
get it lit, 5 foot step, and kind of motion the arrows to get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Okay.
This is so
Gosh.
cool.
Watch
Are you
Jason be
ready?
like, and nothing happens.
Are you ready for this, gentlemen?
So is it right here? I don't like that. Is it in that
Yeah.
square?
It is functionally on this intersection.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
AC 5 still doesn't hit it technically.
No, because it depends on the size of the item.
Oh, I didn't know that. What? Well, I don't need to know the AC, but hopefully I hit it.
No, you do not need to know the AC.
Do you remember he spread plenty of oil around there? So even if I miss by a little, maybe it catches some of that residual oil.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let that idea be there.
Okay, so that is Aiden's turn. Moving down, we are on Orin.
So I'm going to use the wand again to cast Hold Person on this guy?
He is currently prone, so I don't
You don't
know
have
if you can
line of
see
sight.
him.
He
Grab
stood up, fired, and then went prone again?
Move
Yeah.
action to stand up, standard action to fire his bow, free action to fall prone.
Cheating.
It's
Sounds
Who
like
makes
trickery.
these rules?
Trickery to me.
Tactics.
Trickery to me.
I played a ranged fighter, I know how these work.
it's how it works.
Alright, so what do I want to do then? I guess just back up.
Yeah.
You could cast Hold Person on Theros.
Yes.
That sounds good.
I don't see any problem with that.
I want to get a good, like, 50 feet between me and that thing. I'm gonna go like here. I think that's okay. Let's see, I was here. How far can I go? Oh, I can get all the way up into the wood. I'm going up there.
Okay. Next up, it is the Hobgoblin's turns again. This is the last round of Hold Person, so it doesn't matter whether he succeeds or not, but I'll roll it. He would have failed, but it doesn't matter. So he is no longer held. That was his full round. The other guy is going to stand up, take a shot at Theros, because he's the only one down there anymore. I don't know. That's a 16 to hit. I don't know what his AC is currently.
You're the only one that can see a sheet.
I think it's
check.
I think it's 16 little hit. Oh, but he's got the buff
Mage
on.
Armor.
Yeah, so he's good.
Yeah, because of mage armor, which, let me just make sure that's calculating correctly.
It should be 17, I think.
Okay, it is going correctly. So yeah, that is a miss.
Things are
Wow.
going like
Too well. Too well.
yeah. This is not
Swimmingly.
like us. This is not like us at all. I'm just
Well-
waiting for the bottom to fall out.
That's what I told Josh. I was like, I mean, it's not unprecedented that we've had good, solid combats before. Like, when we ran into the one group of, like, 6 hobgoblins, I mean, Jason, we defeated them in what, like, 5 or 6 rounds? Like, it was pretty fast.
And I would say, to be fair though, we have expended so many
Oh, yeah.
resources in this
Yeah.
one. This
Yeah.
is not like a gimme. This has been a lot of things really going our way, some choice rolls, and crazy amounts of resources expended.
And good planning.
A scroll, one use of a wand, 2 uses of a spell, some other spells, some oils.
I mean, 2 of my level 2 spells.
The tree stump, for crying out loud, remover.
Yeah, I mean, you could have used that to one-shot the final boss, probably.
Probably.
Set it up for 3 minutes and then
Look at now
lure him
you-
into it.
Could you
Now
imagine though
you-
this
you
was like
wasted it.
a JRPG where like this one quest item from like the first quest has like this weird interaction with the final boss where it deals like times 99 damage or something? It'd be so good.
I accidentally cleared the drawings on the wrong layer.
It is Theros' turn, right?
Yes.
Well,
It
I
will
think
be because
that-
we're going to the top of the 6th round.
yeah,
I think he's
that
gonna
he will
run
just
away.
run away. It's just a matter
Yeah.
of where.
I'm pretty sure he's banned.
He wants to make sure it goes off.
Him and Volus probably join Orin. But
Yeah.
we should wait.
Yeah.
So, in other news, this is gonna be insane. As soon as this happens, we are in it. Because even now, we could like bow out. We got 2 of them, dip, come back later. But like, if he loses this arrow and it hits there and it blows up,
I just am not convinced it's gonna work the way we think it is.
Or if you lose your arrow and it's a natural 1, and you just missed, nothing happened.
I know
Fly
that we
down
don't
into
have
the camp.
I know we don't have any of this conceivable skills, but we put oil on explosives and we're gonna hit it with fire. I have 60% confidence something will happen with that interaction,
Assuming you hit it,
assuming I hit it.
which you won't.
I think it all comes down to that shot, to be honest.
No pressure.
Get one shot, one opportunity.
If your alchemist is any indication, the more bonuses you have to a thing, the more likely you specifically are to roll a natural 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
In my experience, that remains true.
You're got a plus 13 against touch AC, somehow miss.
Get a natural 1. Same thing with Raoul, the poor guy. He had a crazy to hit, and he was missing all the time. Poor guy.
dare you? Get rid of my drawing.
The thing is I want to keep going, but this is like the moment, so Andrew really can't miss it, you know?
Yeah, I
what
don't.
you got held up with.
Clearly, Orin's gonna have to use Fire Belly, run up and breathe fire on it to ignite it, and then die.
So, Aiden, what did you do last round?
Shot
Did you do
an arrow.
anything last round?
He put the rag on.
He put
Shot
the
an
rag
arrow,
in the
put the
oil,
rag on,
Oh,
it
no,
had
he-
oil,
and a full
and I
round
lit
to
it.
light it. Yeah.
I used a full round to light it. It's
Okay.
lit and ready to go.
Yeah, because I was saying, I was reading the rules there. If you take a full round, you can. So, if you take a full round action to line up a shot against an inanimate object, you get an automatic hit. So you could take another round to line up the shot, and then next round fire and make sure you
Yeah.
hit. But that's another round.
Yeah, but we have that on the side of the spell. So yeah, I think that's the way we'll play it.
Yeah, but if like, what happens if it doesn't go off for like 8 rounds, like it did? Like if you actually worked it the right way.
Then it will go off for 8 rounds later. When
But
people are
silence
coming
will
up.
have worn. Yeah.
Yeah, but the hobgoblins aren't gonna know what's happening. Only we will. Like they might line up all along this thing coming up here, not knowing that, you know, like they might come up this, not knowing that's gonna explode soon.
Yeah, it could work out. It could work out like Moses in the sea kind of situation. They come up with the right choice time. Boom.
Okay. So, Theros and Volus, it is your turn. Is there anything specific you want to do other than just, like, move?
Get out of dodge.
Probably not. Just yeah, I'm just gonna get here. So where'd Orin
'Kay.
go? Oh, back there.
He's further back. So I was-
And I'm up in the woods.
I was where here? That's where I was.
You were in the one to the right, I think.
Here? Yeah. That's right.
I'm thinking you're gonna maybe want to
Here?
double move.
Alright. Nobody has concealment. Oh, yeah. Yep, okay.
Okay. That is Theros and Volus' turn. Nyari, anything special?
I will. Can I see anybody in the tower?
Barely. You can barely see the one guy who's just now no longer held.
So if, say, I wanted to pull out my magic missile wand, would that count as
Sure.
seeing to hit
Sure.
him? Okay.
Yeah,
So I'll
magic
do that
missile.
in-
Yeah,
In
You
the
just
area.
have to see them, I think.
yeah. That's fine.
Okay,
You
so
see
I
this one?
will. I'll do that. I'll pull out one of the wands and do it at the guy that I can see. I think the paralyzed guy.
The guy who was held, yes.
Oh, okay.
He's not anymore,
So
but
3 points of damage.
and you have that on your spell list, right? You don't have to. Do
Yeah,
anything
no,
funky
that's a blood
Act-
rager
okay.
spell. So yeah, I
to-
just
1, 2, 3. Gotcha.
I'm super
Okay.
effective.
Aiden, it is your turn. Do you want to take the shot now or line up a shot?
We're gonna line up a shot, and if I can I 5-foot step even further away and still line it up?
Depends on where you go, probably.
Give me options.
Because, like, if you were to go back, then you'd start to get, like, bushes and trees in your way.
If I go to the right one or to the right corner, will I still have a shot?
Well, because, I'm on the wrong mouse. Because if you were to go, like, here, you'd be getting those bushes in your way.
I would. So I gotta stay where I'm at.
Probably. Like, you could move
Bye, Aiden.
further this direction to the left. But that doesn't, I mean, that doesn't get you any further away. if
Nope,
that's
we're
what you were
gonna-
looking for.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to deal with it. So he's gonna be there. I'm going to spend a full round action to hone my shot. Now, if I get shot with an arrow, is it like concentration I have to roll against? Or...
It doesn't say that. So, no.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, because then it wouldn't make any difference. So this is what he'll do, and as he's lining up the shot, he's gonna look at all of his friends and all of his companions who have come with him this far, and make sure this is what they want to do.
Oh, real quick.
Do you want You basically, to give the scene, he wants the scene in Star Wars where Luke and Lando and Leia are all on the Jabba's like yacht over the Sarlacc pit, and they're all like nodding to each other as like they're going around.
We're gonna do this.
got
We're
the-
actually gonna do
The
this.
brass section every time going bum,
Bum, bum.
bum.
What were you gonna say, Jace?
I was just gonna say, so I was reading it. I had skimmed over and read that, but you get an automatic hit with a melee weapon or a +5 with a ranged weapon. So lining up your shot does an automatic hit, but it gives you a +5, so you can either shoot now or next round again.
Nah,
That might change. I don't know.
Nope, the glory's in the wait.
Okay.
I think the cinema moment is there, and he's got to hit this. You know.
Yep.
He's got to hit this.
So you take your round to line up the shot. Next up it is Orin. Do you want to move any further away, or are you good where you're at?
I like where I'm at, but I am
Okay.
going to use a charge of hold person on that guy again.
Okay. He will roll a check because you're still within.
100 feet, right? I am still within 100,
Yeah.
Yeah.
even
I
with
just
the
wanna-
height. Yeah.
60
And he
feet.
doesn't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
any. He doesn't have any line of sight on this one.
Yeah, right. I don't have any line of sight on this guy. He's
'Cause
prone,
he's
right?
Prune.
Yeah. So
I was
this
gonna have the
guy-
other guy go prone too, but he had a full run action, so he couldn't do it.
Now that I've caught that guy, I'm not letting him go.
He fails. Their will saves are really bad.
That's a good thing to keep track of, though, for the duration of this combat.
How many charges do you have left on that wand?
Well,
I now only have 6. It did not have 12 to start.
yeah,
It
I
only
don't
had
think
9. It had 9. We've used it once or twice before, and I've used it twice now because it was at 9. I'm now at 6 charges left.
Gotcha. Okay, so that is your turn. It is now their turn. He's gonna full round action again. Hey, natural 19. He's no longer held at the end of this turn.
good for him. Good
Yeah.
for him.
The other guy is gonna take a shot at Aiden. That's gonna miss. Natural 8.
Oh, this is so good.
And then he's gonna fall prone again, just in case.
Oh,
Top of
my
the round,
heart-
Theros and Volus. Anything? Okay. Nyari, anything?
Total defense.
Okay. Aiden. Take your shot. +5 bonus on top of anything
Yeah.
else you want to do.
Just add the +5 to this.
You could throw on deadly aim.
No.
Oh, I want to 5-foot step back.
19.
Ooh, boy. Oh yeah, the +5 definitely helped you there. 19 will hit.
Ah!
Okay.
I thought it was an automatic hit if you.
No, you missed that part. It's just a
You
plus
missed that
5.
part.
Oh,
Right.
A melee weapon would be an automatic hit. Ranged
Oh.
weapon is a +5.
that's my bad.
So you fire off this arrow. It lands precisely where it needs to. And you can see the oil around this stump remover mixes with the oil of the cloth on the arrow and the fire on there, and it begins to trickle. And within a second, the flame is spread over the whole thing. And like a second goes by and nothing happens. And you kind of have this pit in your stomach that you're like, oh crap, is it just not gonna work? But then the very next second, you see it spark and it explodes in this colossal explosion. And everything within a 40-foot radius of this intersection,
Oh no!
so out to like here,
Oh
out to here.
He's literally just within
we-
range.
Oh
Awesome.
no!
I 5-foot step after I loose the arrow.
Fantastic.
I 5-foot step back.
Fantastic.
I 5-foot step back, sir, because it was still my turn. It was still my turn.
Give me a reflex save.
you
Oh,
you rushed the
no.
narrative. It's a standard action. And then I can 5-foot step back. But you're right. You're right.
Just give me a reflex
I'll
save.
give you the reflex save. It's
DC 15 reflex save.
Oh,
There you
Oh,
Take half damage.
half damage.
Half damage.
And you're at the edge, so this is just like the splash. It's not like you're not
Yeah.
gonna take like 10d6. So you take half. So you take 3 points of fire damage.
Oh, I feel so badass.
Your body gets hit by this shockwave, and you kind of get thrown back into a nearby tree trunk that's right behind you as it pushes you backwards, and it explodes. And you can see the leg of the leg that it was on, gone. The other 3 legs, gone. The tower kind of flies up in the air like 10 more feet, and begins to tilt in the air and collapses down on the ground. The hobgoblins inside each take 16 points of falling damage as they fall 40 feet onto the ground.
And then what happens to the stairs?
The stairs, you see the first like 5 feet that are like available, they get pretty badly meshed up as well.
And
but the
on
rest
fire?
is pretty okay because the the force had to have gone downwards to get the rest of the stairs, so it's mostly the top bit. They do not catch fire because I'm treating this more as like a fireball. It's like an instantaneous explosion. It doesn't immediately catch everything on fire.
Right, but they're burning slowly. They're not going
Were
to be
the
at flame
hobgoblins
now.
killed?
Oh yeah, they're
They're
from the
dead.
falling damage, let alone the 1 second.
The
How
fire
many
damage?
fire-
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they took 24 additional damage total, like 16 falling, 8 fire. So they are both super dead. Like
See,
in-
Josh, I told you I liked where your head was at, bud.
Yeah.
That went perfectly.
That was beautiful.
As planned. Now, what do we do?
And you
Continue.
know, everybody within like a 2-mile radius heard that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Phaendar, they feel a little rumble, and they're like, huh.
The birds,
Where'd
and
that come from?
it's like they cut scenes, so it's like a film, and you see like the leader of the hobgoblins standing on his big tower, and like the birds flapping out in the middle of the forest. And he's like, "What was that?" Watching us ominously.
Okay, so you guys hear a ton of commotion coming from the camp. What are you doing now? You just blew up the tower.
Should we hide?
So I got mechanically blown back, or did I use my 5-foot step to get blown back?
Yeah, there's just 5-foot steps.
Well, I was gonna say I don't have a move action then, or do I?
No, I'll give you a move action. That's fine. I mean, we're not like strictly in initiative order because you've killed the people currently in battle.
Yeah, but he's moving up, squaring into position, and he wants to have a line of sight because he can cast Entangle kind of next round.
Okay.
Yeah, are we
So
still in
you're-
initiative or no?
We are not. So you guys are you staying nearby or are you leaving?
I'm staying.
What do you guys think?
I
Yeah,
say we stay and start combating the... I mean, all we've done is take out a tower.
Yeah.
right.
I mean, don't get me wrong, great, and that went exactly as we had hoped.
But we gotta push it.
Yeah, but we gotta like capitalize on the surprise.
Okay.
So if I was to run up here, Jason, would I get a surprise round on these guys down here?
Because if we're staying in initiative order, then 1 second here. So
Throw
Aiden
a
would, so you would have been
Thunderstone.
next. So Aiden's turn is there. So Oren, you're running up with your move action.
Yeah, but I don't know if I
Okay.
can make it that far. Hang on, I cannot. Not without a double move.
Okay.
It's okay. If we use a Thunderstone, they'll get a minus on their initiative rolls and potentially be deafened, so that's beneficial too. Not to mention that's the Dawn armor in theory if they're still sleeping or not. Who knows?
What kind of penalty would I be looking at to throw an alchemist fire?
So to get it precisely where you want,
I mean, I just
probably a
wanna-
lot, because you're like at that area, you're probably like 30 feet up, and you're throwing it 30 feet away, and they have a range increment of 10 feet. And every range increment, you take a -2 to get exactly the square that you want to hit it.
Okay.
But it
I'm
also
actually-
honestly doesn't matter because Alchemist Fire always hit somewhere.
Yes, but the thing is like if you're just throwing it on top of a tent, like the tent's gonna kind of break the fall. It's not gonna break if it falls on fabric.
Gotcha.
Is there fabric above these guys?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of these are. So that's kind of like a tented area with an open front.
So I'm gonna aim for here. That square. where I'd like to
Okay.
aim.
From where you're currently standing, you don't even have line of sight there. Like you'd have to get right up to the edge. Roll
Okay,
me a
so I'll
perception
use-
check.
I'll use a double move for this turn then.
Okay,
just
as you're getting
put-
close though, roll me a perception check as you get to the edge of this.
Sure. And Jason's like, and they're all gone. I don't
I'm gonna
see
add
anything.
stone cunning to this.
Oh,
But even with a 9, you don't get a whole lot, but you get the sense that, the edge of this ravine, you don't know how stable it is. Like the soil.
Oh.
Like you don't know how close to the edge you can get before it might crumble.
up
Okay.
You
here.
have no idea with that check.
But seems a little sus.
Still sus.
Yeah, you don't know if you want to rush right up to the edge of the ravine
Okay.
in heavy armor.
Right. I wasn't gonna go like here or like on the edge here.
Yep, just letting you know.
Cool. So that's my turn.
Okay. And next up, it is the top of the round. So, Theros, it is your turn.
Probably want to cast Entangle down this way as quickly as possible.
40-foot radius.
Maybe get here. So that I can see where I want to cast it.
Maybe larger for you, even.
Yeah, cast.
Can you give us
Go ahead.
2 branch tokens, Jace?
What was that?
Can you give us 2 tokens to put the middle of our entangle?
Where is my game effects? Map effects. There we go. You want entangled. Is that on the? That's on the right layer. Okay. And I'll make that
40-foot radius
controllable by everyone. So can you add a radius if I make it controllable by you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got it. I'll let you control it. I'm just gonna set it up for you, Andrew, and then you're good to go. And if you hold, what is it, Alt? Alt. You can put it on an intersection if you hold it down.
Okay.
Go ahead and put that wherever you want.
Just do what you guys are doing. I'm currently adding the entire camp on my initiative tracker.
I was gonna say
Probably
yeah.
right there. I imagine that would take care of a lot of them in it. What do you guys think about that? Is that
You could also try see what happens if you put it there.
3, 4, 5,
okay?
1, 2,
Or like right?
6.
Nah, go ahead and keep it higher up north, I think, because I'll be casting one here too.
It's like right there, maybe.
Well, maybe not quite so far. Maybe you'll get that one and those guys.
So 1, 2.
No, that's good. I like that. I like where you're at. Remember that it's on an intersection, not an actual square.
Oh yeah.
So hold Alt and put it somewhere.
Yeah. That looks good.
That looks very good.
Get those
That's
two
that's
goblins at the-
sickening entanglement, by the
south.
way.
or Evie.
Gross.
Oh.
So
Gross.
Oh, this music!
Jason's like, this is too much.
I know. I
Uh,
guess.
This is too much.
Be
I
honest.
currently have. Oh goodness, that's a lot of creatures.
Did you see it coming that we were gonna use the stump remover on the tower?
No, not necessarily.
you probably thought we were gonna try something similar.
Did you see it coming that we were gonna just instead of take gorilla tactics, just full on assault it?
I don't really know what else you can do in this situation, to be honest.
I just have to roll initiative for about 30 creatures.
30?
Well, they're grouped. I'm rolling like 5 different groups, I guess.
30.
Who else?
30 people?
Needs
I count 16.
roll initiative
No. Turns out there's one in every square of this tent. They're just like shoulder to shoulder
There's a
stuck in the
swarm in
tent.
there.
Okay, I have
Seems plausible.
everything there. Okay. So Theros moved closer to the edge. So okay, yeah, I'll allow from that angle to cast Entangle there. And you're doing Sickening Entangle, you said. Okay. So I will roll saves for some of these guys here. The 2 goblins to the south. What is the DC?
It's what, a second level spell, so it's probably 10 plus his wisdom of 4 plus it's probably 16. Theros.
Sorry.
What's the DC for your sickening entanglement? Your second level spell DC?
Probably would be, well, entangle is 15, so doesn't that make it 16?
Yes. 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's...
So that is your turn. You cast Entangle in that area.
Yeah,
Volus doing anything?
I don't... Volus is gonna move up here for now,
Okay.
in case somehow they are able to still make it up the stairs.
Interesting
Next
how in
up.
a full day none of these guys moved at all.
Weird. I would have thought they would have
Just all
scrambled a
sat
little
around
bit.
the fire.
They came back to
Weird.
their posts.
That's weird. Yeah.
Nyari, what are you doing?
Oh, crap.
On
I
a stick.
don't know. Okay, I am going to so I'm going to move here, drawing out a smoke stick. And I don't know if I can throw that or if you just drop it. I don't know what you do with a smoke stick.
I think you throw it. Well, read the text. I don't remember.
Well, what are you trying to do with it?
I was gonna try to put it here so that for a minute there's like a dense cloud at the top of these stairs.
Okay.
And
You
I don't
can-
know if you throw it or if you have to like put it in an adjacent square, because I won't be able to do that with this
What
turn.
does the item say?
It just says this alchemically treated wooden stick instantly creates thick, opaque smoke when burned. Oh, maybe I have to set it on fire. I don't know. The
It does-
smoke fills a 10-foot cube.
Yeah, it sounds like you have to
Lasts
set
for
it
a
on
minute.
fire.
I think they come with a. It's a round to do it.
Coop. Okay. So I will, because I don't think I can really see anybody down below, so I don't think there's a ton that I can do. At this point, I will drink a potion of bold strength. So I'll scrap the smoke stick idea for now. I'll drink my potion of bold strength as I run up there, and it should last 3 minutes.
Okay.
So that's what I'll do.
Okay. Next up, it is some of these creatures down here. So those of you who speak Goblin, roll a perception check.
Did you roll their saves?
I'm just gonna do that when their turns come up.
Okay.
It's
Come
easier that
on.
way.
What are with my perception rolls tonight?
There are
So-
times when you roll perception like super high too.
You hear something. You hear a bunch of things screech out in Goblin, but you're a bit too far away, and there's too much chaos going on for you to pick out exactly the words they're saying. But something says something. So we're gonna do the bugbears here. Which mouse am I on? So right away, I will have them roll their saves.
Clearly, they are sounding a full retreat because they know that we have an entire army up here.
Okay. So this one rolled a natural 20 on its reflex, so he is going to just move difficult terrain
Trash. I call hacks.
Hex!
into there.
Oh.
So we're-
Oh no!
This one down here So if they are entangled, it's a standard action to make a strength check, right?
Can
Yeah,
attempt
they
to
have-
break free as a move action, making a strength or escape artist check.
Okay.
Don't forget, he used Sickening Entangle, so they're going to get 2 saves they have to make against
At the end of their turn, if they're still there, they have to make a save.
for the sick.
Yeah.
So he's going to make
For the
a
sick.
strength check. They've got pretty decent strength. Okay. Yeah. It's the same DC as a spell, right? It's not a higher DC.
I'm
Correct.
assuming it is. Yeah, it doesn't specify. Oh yeah, the DC of the check is equal to the DC of the spell.
Yep. So he breaks free and begins moving as far as he can towards the tent.
Does
But
these
he's
briars, does that extend to the whole effect of Entangle, or just there that they do damage?
What?
At the very end, if the plants in the area are covered in thorns, those in the area take 1 point of damage each time they fail a save. Would that just affect these thistles, or would that affect
Yeah, because there's this area doesn't have thorns.
Right, but technically you grow the weeds that are in the area, so could he have grown those thorns, or no?
So you're saying if somebody went into this area, they would take the thorn damage?
Well, they would anyway. My question is, because he's using the natural, using plants and growing them quicker, does he use that as his source, or?
No, I'm not. I'm
Okay.
not going to say that suddenly becomes the whole area. No.
Okay, sure.
That is the
When would
bugbear
that-
turns.
When would that ever come up then, though? Unless it was already there.
If it's already there,
That's the only way.
as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
Aiden, it is your turn.
I'm going to move 20 feet, and I am going to cast Entangle.
What?
Okay, where are you going to cast it? Because the angle matters where you're standing.
I want to cast it in this area if possible,
Okay,
somewhere
that's
down
fine.
here. I can be to the left or the right, wherever you think I can see, because he's going to be rounding that bush. And it's
Yeah,
gonna-
go stand right there. That's fine.
Okay. And then I need a token as well. Thank you.
Just copy it.
Double.
Double Entangle is right.
Double, toil and trouble.
Does having them overlap at all change anything? Probably not.
No, it doesn't.
Nope. So you cast that. Okie dokie.
Which one looks good? This one or this one? I think that one looks good.
Okay. So you cast Entangle, and you already moved.
Yep.
So it is now the goblin's turn. Gonna roll to see if they get entangled.
I'm sorry, Jason. This is a lot to keep up with for you.
What is their reflex? Okay.
It is a lot.
This is what you get for all those sessions where we had role play moments where you just sat back and chilled.
So
Yeah. Gonna make you actually work for what you do.
Gotta earn your pay.
So that one. So this one here is going to break. He was entangled. He's going to break free and start moving into this tent. The other one over here failed his break free, so he's stuck in place still. And the one down here is going to try to break free.
They all failed their reflex too.
Yeah, they all failed their reflex. And he fails, so he is stuck in place. Okay.
This
So
is
it
going
the
really
goblin
well.
turns.
Too well. I'm not happy. I feel sick. I feel terrified.
Next up,
Especially
it is
about big black bags.
Orin.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi, my name's Oren. How are you today? Is this burning still? Like
Not
slowly?
enough to be mechanically worth noting.
It's not gonna be like in 10 rounds it'll
No, no.
catch a flame or anything.
No.
Nairi just starts dumping oil on it, like to keep it going.
Then would it?
If you want to
I'm
like
not
spend time to set it on fire, yeah, you could take a couple rounds.
Can I I want to just throw an alchemist fire in this general direction.
Okay.
I know I can't see what it's gonna do, where it's at. Like, I know it's not precise, but I'm just lobbing it in this general
Yeah, just lobbing it over there.
four square direction is what I'm looking to get into.
So you're technically aiming for an intersection, so you should pick one. Although,
I want this one. So
okay.
this intersection is that
No, you pick the one that you want. So if you want there,
that
you pick the.
okay?
Then
So what do I roll?
You're going to roll a ranged touch attack.
All right. Base attack bonus for range for me is 3, so just
That's it. Unless you have dexterity.
1d20 plus. I do not have dexterity.
Okay,
Plus
plus
3.
3. And then the AC is 5 plus whatever amount of cover Jason wants to get it, and minus the penalties that you're taking for it being outside of your range increment. So
Yeah, so you can throw it at the ground there and it will hit, and it will do some splash damage. It'll do
Right.
one point of splash damage to the surrounding area.
right. But that's it. That's all it'll do. It won't catch things on fire. Right?
No, you're not going to
Oh.
catch things on fire.
Oh, I
Did you
didn't know
think
that. I thought it was like a burst of fire. And
It is,
thing-
but
thing catch
it is a burst of fire. It is a fast burst of fire that deals 1d6 points of damage, but splash damage is minimum damage, I believe.
Correct.
So it only deal 1 point of fire damage. And even if I were to look up the
Catch on
damaging
fire.
objects rules, cloth has 2 hit points, even if I were to use hit points as a baseline for catching fire.
Unless he targeted the tent itself, like an intersection of the tent, trying to get it to break on the wood and then splash over it.
I mean, really,
That
I
would
was
work.
aiming for this tent. Was what I wanted to do. Was try and hit that tent to catch it on fire. Was the
So-
intent.
So let's say he aims for like the wooden post there.
Yeah, but that
And
would
it-
affect the post.
Right, but the splash would. I mean, yeah, in game terms it wouldn't do anything, but I mean,
That's
it's
what I'm saying. Is
fire.
like you also have to remember, it might have been like a semi-flavor thing, but it did rain like 2 or 3 days ago when you guys went down to the shrine. So it's
Right.
not like everything here is like super dry.
Right.
So I just want to make it aware that like you can't just throw an alchemist fire and have things spontaneously combust on fire.
It would take more.
Yeah, it's just a misunderstanding with me and Alchemist Fire, but that can be my turn. It's fine.
Because I'm looking up forms on the fly, trying to see if anybody disagrees with me. But
I disagree.
'cause that's the thing is like, alchemist fire would effectively be like an instantaneous splash of fire. And
Just
if
like
you don't have a
Fireball.
fireball instantly catch things on fire, that's not how fireball works. And
Correct.
fireball is
There-
a 30-foot radius.
There are catch on fire rules, though. I can't remember where you can find those. Give me a second.
But for now, I don't think you guys can just throw alchemist fire and have everything just spontaneously catch. Or at the very least, even
Okay.
if you did, the people inside would have a chance to put it out from within.
Okay.
That's just what I'm saying.
That's fine.
There are the rules I found for catching on fire.
Yeah, non-instantaneous magic fires.
So in theory, he would have known that, though.
Oh yeah,
also.
you guys would know that. I'm not going to
So-
force you to continue the throw if you don't want. If you had something else you want to do.
What else would I do? Hang on, I'm just looking.
That's what I think. Like, we got them all entangled and they're all slowed down, and we're all up here like, okay, now what? What do we do now?
Actually, I'm just gonna ready my crossbow then, Jason. I'll put my warhammer away and ready the crossbow. Take
The
it.
Okay.
big one? The
Huh?
heavy crossbow?
No,
There's
it's a light
also-
crossbow.
There's also rules there, Jace, on unchecked fires. So the slow spread of fire.
Yep. These would definitely be checked fires.
These would be checked fires.
Well, yeah, as soon as like a tent caught on, anybody inside would be putting it
yeah.
out. Is what I'm
Right.
saying. Okay, so that is Oren's turn.
I mean, clearly the entanglement, the brush from the entanglement would catch fire and cause a massive fire.
Wow. Holy crap.
Wow. It is the normal hobgoblins' turns, and all of them rolled a 16 or higher on their reflex saves.
Oh,
So all of them are going to move their full movement. 5, 10, 15, 20 into there. 5, 10, 15,
Oh, that's not
20,
good. There's like some portal in there to the.
20.
There's a tunnel. There's probably a tunnel.
Oh my
shoot.
gosh! If there's a tunnel to the Darklands, and that's book 2, we're supposed to go through the tunnel.
Okay, so that is all of their turns as
The
they
Darklands were
move.
somewhere else in the forest.
Yeah,
Top of the round.
like a bunker,
Escape.
like a nuclear bunker.
This, what is that creature's movement speed? Holy, that's a lot
15.
of movement speed. It's going to do its
Displacer beast? Oh, that doesn't exist. now.
It's difficult terrain movement speed into that tent. Theros and Volus, it's your turns.
Okay. They're covered by tents. I don't know if
Yes.
the stone call is going to do anything to them because they're inside a tent. Unless it says it's within a 10-foot. Stone call says. It's a cylinder, 40-foot radius, 20 feet high. I don't know if that means that like it would fall from 20 feet and hit the tents. I'm guessing that's what that would mean. It wouldn't just like be someone inside the tent.
I think it's
I
just
would-
saying, like, if you were flying 20 feet above the ground, you'd still get hit by the spell.
Right. I think it's still going to barrage them. That's what I would think.
Yeah, it's a 40-foot radius, so depending on where you catch it, you could get some peeps.
Even the ones in tents, potentially.
Hmm.
The ones in this tent here, probably because the opening's super big.
He's asking about this one specifically, I think.
I mean, I was thinking this actually in general, but
That works. Just do it.
okay. I cast Stone Call. Probably like I don't know.
It's another 40 foot.
radius, so maybe like.
Can you
right
give us another token
here-ish.
so we can figure out the range? And that also makes it difficult terrain, and it will be a different spell, so this one will stack and
Oh my
make it
gosh.
doubly difficult.
no escape.
And let's make this a slate gray, 40 feet, save the changes. Beautiful. And then you have to put that on an intersection. So hold Alt and put it on any intersection you like. Yeah, that'd get a lot of them.
They get all of the ones we can see, pretty much, except for maybe the cat.
Yep.
Okay. And deals 4 damage to everybody. No save,
2d6
right?
points of damage,
It-
bludgeoning damage to
and
the
it-
creature in the area.
And it rolled it for you up there in the top.
Oh, I see that. Okay, that's cool. Unfortunately, only
And it's
4.
there's no save for half, though.
No,
I
no
don't
save.
think so.
Okay.
Nope.
So, let's see. So, it's hard to see just the gray circle.
Oh, I can change the color.
Yeah, make it something that stands out a bit more.
Pink.
Yellow, maybe?
Let's see. Yellow we typically use for light. How about that maroon? Does that look good?
Yeah.
That's
So all 3 of those normal goblins are right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And like I said, Jace, those are 2 different spells, so I do think that that'll be 1/4 movement. Our double entangles don't interact because they're the same spell.
Okay. And then those guys take 4. Whoops, that's adding.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, this is like a
And
GM's nightmare.
Those guys take 4.
From the minimum, from what I can see, though, you just did 48 damage minimum on the 12 that we can see, let alone whoever else we might have caught.
48?
Yeah, because it's 4 each.
Oh, I see what you're
Yeah.
saying.
It's a huge
Okay.
hit.
I thought you meant like cumulatively, and I was like, holy crap, what?
Well,
No.
He probably did even more, to be honest, depending on who's there, and if he got him or not, or if anyone was there and he got him. It just depends on whatever Jace rules, and I can't see that anyway.
I have given the people who have taken damage. And what? So that was your standard action. Did you move to do that, or were you still standing where you're at? Oh, he's gone. didn't
We'll
notice
say
that.
he just stood there.
Yeah, Volus can act, and it shouldn't make a difference.
Yeah, I'll start moving some of these other guys. Okay. Nice. Okay. Gonna start doing their quarter movement over.
He's got at quarter movement. He can go 10 with a double move.
Whoops.
He must have.
They go before me.
These two do, yeah.
Oh, they must have rolled the same as Theros then.
Yep.
I see.
There's that one. Okay. Now it is Nyari's turn.
So can I see this guy? Oops.
Which guy?
I mean, this guy?
From where you're currently standing, probably not. Because he's behind a tent.
Yeah, I just don't know where I need
Yeah,
to go to
but-
be able to see him.
I'd say you're 50 feet up, though. You also have to think.
Yeah, but she's 15 feet away from the edge.
Right.
Oh, I mean, like, if I move forward, I don't know if I can see him or if I have to move, like, over here or...
No, you could.
No.
If you get that close to the edge, you can see him.
maybe
Roll a
even
perception
here,
check
could
as you
see
get
him.
close to the edge.
Yeah.
Okay.
22.
So you know that if you spend too much time standing right on the edge, it could collapse. So there'd be maybe a save to avoid kind of falling if you're like if you spend like the end of your turn like at this spot.
You have
So-
to remember
It might be
Jace
dangerous.
called too.
So I can't go there,
You
essentially.
You can.
You can-
It's just they're like if you end your turn that close to the edge, it might collapse.
So if I go here instead, I can't see him, but I...
No, you could see.
From there, I say yeah, you can see him there.
You could see him because you have to remember the person's tall too. It's just like
A goblin is not tall, Josh.
no, Niari.
Oh, Niar. I thought you were talking about the goblin. I was like, you're overestimating the height of goblins.
No, goblins could be short. I'm saying this is 50 feet up. You can see pretty far down from 50 feet, even if you're missing the.
Yeah, but you also have to understand there's a tent and briars in the way, so it's not
Yeah.
just a cut and dry thing.
I hear you. But a tent's going to be 10, 15 feet at the most, and you're above it.
If it's dry, it can catch on fire. So basically what I wanted to do is I wanted to move and then pull out my bow and try to shoot him. Think I can do that all in one turn?
Yeah, you can pull out the bow as part of your movement and try to take a shot at him.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth a shot.
Oh, how far away are you?
Oh boy.
Okay, this is a longbow, right?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and take a shot.
Nope.
No.
That's a 10 for everybody listening. And it would have done minimum damage. It would have done 2 points of damage on a D8 plus 1.
Oh man.
Nice. Okay. So this is Nyari's turn. This is now the bugbear's turns. So he's going to stay where he's at. The other guy is going to try to break free of the entanglement. That time he made it. But he can only move.
You've remembered to roll for their sick.
Yes.
Everyone in the right entangle.
Yes.
They don't have to roll every time, though.
Yes.
At
save
the
it.
end of each round, if they are not sickened, I believe.
Yeah, if
Yep.
they're not sickened, right. But if they are sickened, then they're just sickened, as long as they stay in the area.
Yep.
As the bugbear's turns. Aiden, it is your turn.
So who do I, from where I'm at, have line of sight on? This guy, this guy. Oh, that's the wrong. Snaps corner. Here maybe, here maybe, here maybe, here maybe. Which of these can I shoot from where I'm at?
I'd say you have the best shot at this one, the next best shot at this one, the third best shot at this one, but you're going through the briars at that point, and then the last best shot would be on this one because he's got the corner of the tent in the way.
Okay. We will rapid shot him.
The best one.
Yep, the best
Okay.
one, and then we'll move down in the line that you mentioned, since
Okay.
you can, see them all. And if
Yep.
I get them, I get them.
Sure.
And turn on rapid. A 14 and then a 25
14 misses, but a 25 will hit.
for 8
And-
points of damage.
So that normal little poor goblin dies.
There's nothing poor about him.
Oh, you added in my +1 for a height advantage?
Yeah,
Okay.
that doesn't change anything.
It's hard to have any kind of sympathy for a camp that literally has a tent made of skin.
Yeah.
Like, you can't really have much sympathy for tent skin.
I do.
And I just have to remember what we saw at Gristledown and what we saw at Phaendar, and no mercy.
Okay.
And I'm safe. Like, if I take a perception, I realize it's one of these 3, 4 there that I have to be on.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so these 2 to my right, I can move across and where I'm at.
Yeah, you're probably good there.
Okay. We'll 5-foot step in there, try to improve some of my angles.
Okay. Next up, it is the goblins' turns. So that one's already in the tent. Where's the other one? The other one is already in a tent. So this one down here is the only one that has to try to break free of the entangle.
That's a lot of CC.
Goblin doesn't have a great strength, so he's probably going to fail. Yeah, so he fails. And fails the second time. Okay.
They
So
might
he is-
actually have a better escape artist.
They don't have anything in Escape Artist. I think I checked that.
Wouldn't it just be Dex then?
Yeah, that's not enough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not enough to help him. So he is still stuck there. Next up, from inside this tent, goodness gracious, which mouse am I on? From inside this tent down here, you see, well, soon you will see a creature emerge
Oh, jeez.
around the corner, walking this direction.
Oh, shoot.
What in the heck?
So he emerges from the. Oh goodness, that's the whole map. He emerges from the tent and kind of walks out into this area so that he's not entangled. But that takes his double move to get into position over there. And you see him draw out a longbow as he does so.
Oh, barf. Can you blow him up?
Maybe.
No, I mean literally blow him up. Oh.
Oh, man, that guy is beefy.
Look at. Wait. We've seen this guy before because I remember the foot. Remember thinking it was a
Yep.
big foot,
Oh, there was the
but it's a
one of the
stone.
ones that
Oh
was-
my gosh, was he Elwood?
Well, he was at
He was one that I think-
fight. Yeah.
He was at Elwood's fight, I think.
He was the second in command or something like that. Not the second in command, but the one guy on the floor that I think the tall, lithe one.
He was like the lieutenant of the lieutenant.
Yeah, I said to step aside.
As
that-
players, you would know that he is Sergeant Scarvinius. As characters, you would not.
Right, we don't know.
Oh, I see. Is that his hair or is that a tail? What is
I think it's
coming
his
off?
sword. His sword on the top.
No, coming off his back on the right side.
That is,
Another
I
sword.
believe, braided hair.
Whoa.
Dude's
Oh,
got
that, I
long
see it.
hair.
I see it
Whoa.
now.
Hippie.
He is a tank. He's a beefy boy. I just picture
Okay.
him pulling out a great bow like in Dark Souls, like what those archers have. It's just a massive bow. It's probably just a regular bow, but it's cooler in my
So,
head.
You see this guy step around the corner. He pulls out his bow as he does so, and he looks up to the ridge and he sees the two of you up there, and you can see him just like squint his eyes as he's staring you down. He doesn't have the actions to do anything at this round, but he sees you, and he's
Okay.
getting ready to do something about it.
Oh, I don't like it. Oh, I don't like it.
That is his turn. Orin, you're up.
I fling myself from the cliff, knowing that it's all futile.
Okay. So where you're at, that'll be 2d6 falling damage.
And Frampton stealths out of a nearby bush and plunge attacks the guy.
Nice.
Nice.
Over here. Is anybody in my range? I have 80 feet. Is anybody in my range, Jason? I don't know how it works. with
For
height.
the crossbow?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how that works in Pathfinder for height. Like, straight up, vertically, or horizontally? Yeah, that guy is.
Yeah, but you're also aiming down. So
Right.
I
I don't know. See, that's where I'm confused.
What about the big guy?
I mean, they're all within your range if you just go to the second range increment, but
don't think you would have. I mean, maybe you would have to.
I'd like to fire on this guy then.
okay. Roll an Artark.
An aardvark.
An aardvark. I throw an aardvark at him.
Hey, that's my
Have
job.
at me.
I don't think that would do
You
anything.
can't summon nature's ally.
Add a 1 to that for a 23 minus cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
And range increment?
Yeah, so the range increment brings it to what?
Well, let's see. It is. What's your first range increment? 80.
80.
So it's 75 to there from where he's at. So with Pythagorean, if we invoke Pythagorean 0, then we can determine that it's almost in range, but probably a little out.
How far up is he?
From where he is, from that spot, he would be. That looks like the 20-foot area.
Oh dear.
And also, does attacking from higher ground affect ranged attacks?
He is within his
I thought
first
that it
range.
did not.
He is within no matter how we look at it. Because it's 80 and he's within 80. Because it's 75 feet from where he is in a straight line, and it is 77.62 if you invoke Pythagorean 0.
Okay, you don't get any bonus for attacking from higher ground with a ranged attack.
You don't?
No, on higher
makes-
ground you get a
yeah.
+1 to melee, but you don't get any bonus to ranged.
Yeah, but
I know
is he a orc? Goblinoid?
He's a goblinoid, yes.
So I get a +1 from that.
Okay, so what is the final total?
23.
23.
Big old
Okay, that
squeaky
hits.
bolt.
For 4 points of piercing damage. Okay,
I did something.
so that is your turn.
Cute.
It is now all the scouts' turns. They are all where they want to be, so they're just. This one's gonna just move over there after you all roll to break out.
I don't like it. I don't like it
Okay.
at all.
So he's just gonna move further into that tent there. Top of the round, that creature's where it wants to be. Theros and Volus.
No, not much. Theros can do at this point other than maybe summon nature's ally and have an ally go and attack them. But then the allies will get
Legs!
stuck in the. Go up That ally's gonna get slaughtered. I don't
Send
know.
him over to this guy.
I'd have to probably move over closer because the cast distance of that's 30 feet.
With no additional.
It's technically 25 with with 5 feet for every 2 levels, so I'm only at 30 feet.
Good to know.
So I could summon it here if I moved there.
You'd have to be in line of sight of the spot that you're
Ah,
summoning them.
I don't know if I can really do anything at this point. Yeah, then. I think Theros will just wait.
Okay.
So he's just gonna stay there. He and Volus are gonna wait.
Okay. Next up, this guy's turn. He has to break. No, he. Okay. Okay. What is his reflex save? Just to make sure. He probably makes it. Holy. He's got the best reflex save of the group. Yeah, so he is going to move inside of this tent with his full round. The other one
I
is
like
where
it.
it wants to be.
They're
I
all
don't-
taking cover in tents, and I feel like there's gonna be like a big explosion or something.
Nyari, it's your turn.
Can I shoot at the big guy from where I'm at, or
If you move closer to where the other guys are, yeah. I'm a little dubious of the staircase from your angle specifically.
so 5-foot step wouldn't be sufficient? I'd have to get like there.
A 5
I-
foot step might,
I would.
because you could measure
It's
from
up to
that.
you. I've got plenty of movement, so I can move wherever I need to. I don't have
I'd
to be
say
5
over
foot.
here,
Okay.
where you're at now. Yeah.
Then I will notch a +1 arrow.
Okay.
So that gives you plus to attack.
Yes. Assuming that your weapon isn't already masterwork.
Oh, it already is. It's already a +1, so it's not going to do anything for me.
What
It'll
won't do
add to
anything?
damage.
It will add to damage?
Is your weapon +1? You mean?
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, it's not gonna do anything.
Okay, scrap that. It's going to be a regular arrow then. 19.
It's gonna miss.
Figured.
Okay.
That's my
so that is
turn.
Nyari's turn. Bugbear's turn. One of them is still not where he wants to be. So he's going to try to break through because he is entangled. Okay, so he breaks out, but now he can only do a single move action. So he gets a little bit closer to the entrance there. Next up, it is Aiden.
Rapid shot. 2 more arrows. Oh, I forgot. I gotta take down arrows when I use them.
I actually
All
don't
right.
know.
Rapid shot at this guy, or are you still going for the other?
No, we're gonna do the big guy.
Okay.
$25 and then a 13 will probably miss.
The
11.
25 will hit.
So 11 points of damage. And then I am considering dropping prone. But will not.
You can't. Oh, you can. Free action, you can.
It's a
Yeah,
free
'cause
action.
Full round actions. It just
Okay.
would stop future full round actions. Gotcha.
It would just get, I'd only get 1 shot next turn, and if I duck it means my allies will get hit. So I'm just gonna stay up.
Okay. Goblin's turns. There's only the one that's out in the open, so he'll try to break free. He finally breaks free. He can move that far. That is his turn. Now it is back to the big guy's turn. So he is going to look at you, Aiden, and you can tell that he is staring you down, taking everything in here, just looking you up and down, looking for some kind of weak spot. He's going to take a shot at
Oh
you.
no. Studied
With
target?
He's
Weapon.
There's something familiar about this human.
Let's make sure that there's nothing else that I can do with him.
What
Don't
do I
forget,
chop liver?
Don't forget my cover, because, because my angles.
You look familiar. I thought you
From that angle,
Yeah, sure I would. I have a little bit of cover.
you're right on the edge.
I mean, okay.
did. Hey, stream. There's some
Rolls a
cats in the
natural
background.
3. So he
Enjoy.
misses.
He's being crazy. They're chasing each other all over the place.
So he misses.
He's going to 5-foot step over here, a little bit behind the steps. That is his turn. Orin, you're up.
Okay.
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 Ariane says.
Getting out of here.
That's the only logical response in this situation.
I'm back. My headset died.
Nice.
Can I move here?
Yes.
That's where I'm gonna move.
Okay.
And can I see that little fella?
Yes, barely.
Barely. All right, we'll take a shot at it. Wait, do crossbows take a turn to reload?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm just gonna reload.
You
turn?
have a heavy. Oh, you have a light crossbow. You're good. Okay. If it was a heavy crossbow, it would be a full round reload. Light crossbow is just a move action.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's my
Okay.
turn. What's a quick question? What does a frost bolt do? +1 frost bolt.
Probably does 1d6 cold damage
Yes.
in addition to the regular bolt damage.
So
Yes.
I'm gonna load one of those.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Turns out they're
Okay.
healed by cold damage.
Oh
Next
no!
up, all the scout turns. They're where they want to be, so they'll stop that.
I don't like it.
Top of the round, that one's where it wants to be. Theros and Volus.
Theros is going to. Let's see here. I can't see anywhere that I'm casting there, right? So.
They're just inside the tent. Give me
Chugging
another.
potions.
Ah!
What's that one? I don't care. Just drink.
I don't even care. Drink it.
Theros is gonna move there. And the bear is useless right now, so he's just gonna stay put.
Good
Okay.
bear.
Good bear.
Next up, they are where they want to be. Nyara, you're up.
Oik. So where I'm currently at, can I see this little dude?
Yes.
All right.
Need a little bit of cover, but yes.
Barf. I will try to 18 to hit him.
That just hits with cover.
Oof. So 7 piercing damage.
Okay. That one dies.
Nice.
He was also entangled too, wasn't he?
Yes.
So I don't know if that affected his AC or not.
Didn't matter, because
Oh.
you still hit.
Well,
Either
yeah,
way.
I guess I was expecting you to say it didn't, and then you did. And I will. I don't know what to do at this point. I wanted to start taking out these other people.
We can always
Stone
go
Call
down.
gone yet, by the way?
Huh?
Stone
What?
Call, is that gone yet? It's rounds per level, right?
That's probably gone.
Stone call is the damage
Yeah,
occurs
so-
only once. Remaining
Yes.
debris.
It's 4 rounds.
duration, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's probably gone. I'll just stay where I'm at.
Okay. Next up, it is the Bugbear's turn. Again, he's gonna try to break free and use his movement to just get into the tent.
What are they doing in that tent?
Probably just trying to get out of the range of fire.
Aiden, you're up.
No, entangle can't last forever.
Yeah, but I'm surprised that they aren't trying more steadily to get us.
Well, the entangle will last for 4 minutes, so that's a heck of a lot of rounds of combat. That's what, like 40 rounds of combat?
Right.
Yes.
So,
If I move here or here, will I have sight on the big guy?
Yes. If you're right at the edge, yeah, probably, yeah.
Here, not so much.
You'd still kind of have a sight of him, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go there and take a shot. Turn off rapid shot. "13 misses.
It's
Free act. Was
Very
it?
much misses.
Yeah, free action drop prone from there.
Okay. That is Aiden's turn. It is the goblin's turn. Those guys are where they want to be. His turn. He is going to move. So he's going to yell something out. At this point, I'd say that there's enough that Oren, you'd be able to hear what he says.
Okay.
You hear him yell out. He says, "Hold your ground, men. Wait them out. Make them come to you." And then he's going to fire one shot at... who's he got the best line of sight on?
Can he hit any, Ari? Can he hit anyone?
You guys can hit him. He can hit you. So yeah, he's going to take a shot at Nayari.
that's rude.
D20 here.
I didn't even shoot him last time.
Okay.
He can shoot at me.
You're shooting with,
That is a 27 to hit.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Minimum,
46
you take
points.
5 points of damage and roll me a fortitude save.
That's not great. 20?
Okay, you're fine.
Is it poisoned?
And then he will free action. No, he's not. He's going to stay where he is. That is his turn. Oren, you're up.
Am I able to see him from where I'm standing?
Now you can, yeah.
Okay. We will fire a crossbow bolt at him.
Okay.
In theory, the action economy is in our favor. In theory.
Squeaky bolt.
Just a miss. Oh, and that was your +1 frost arrow too.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was one of them. I had
Yeah.
4.
Yeah. This is the scouts' turns. They are going to follow orders. They're going to hunker down. Top of the round, that thing is going to stay where it's at. Theros and Volus.
What's the big guy wearing and using?
Nothing.
He's currently
He's
he
completely naked.
currently has a bow out that he's been firing.
He's just naked with a bow.
Does he have
it looks
metal
he-
armor?
No, none of these guys are wearing metal armor. They're out in the forest, more of a scouting type So they all have either leather, studded leather, or something like that.
Got it. Okay.
Is his bow made of metal?
No.
Yeah. I guess. If Theros moved there, would he be able to see a spot to summon?
Probably,
Nature's
yeah.
Ally?
It is a full round casting though, so you could begin casting it.
Okay. Right. Drinking a potion is a standard action, right?
Yes.
Now,
Can I make
now
torches?
I'll start casting summon Nature's Ally.
Okay. That is your turn. Those guys are where they want to be. Nyara, you're up.
Hey. I will pull out. So, I don't know how to do this. I'm going to drop my bow.
Okay.
Pull out my wand of magic missile.
Okay.
And magic missile him.
Okay.
Battle of attrition.
Yeah. Right.
2 points of damage.
Okay.
He's going down next round.
Takes 2 points of damage.
He's really hurting.
And he's dead. No.
I'm not built for this range stuff.
Okay. Bugbears are where they want to be. Aiden, you're up.
Stand up, take a shot.
Okay. "12 does not hit anybody on this map.
Yikes.
Okay. Anything else?
Kind of figured that would be the case.
5 foot step there. I still have a line of sight on him.
Probably, yeah.
We'll do that then.
Okay. Goblins are where they want to be. His turn. He's going to move 5, 10. And that's as far as he can get with difficult terrain. No, he can get one more step with the difficult terrain because it's only half. It's not half. It's okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he, seeing someone up there who is both an elf and casting a spell,
Oh no.
he's going to take a shot at Theros.
Crap, I
Get
didn't
out.
think about the racism. I didn't think about that.
I did.
That is a 24 to hit.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
racist.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to make a concentration check too, aren't I?
You take 6 points of damage, and yes. So
Yep.
make a fortitude save first.
Uh oh. Poison.
It is against poison, so you get your bonus against poison.
18 against the poison.
18, you're fine.
Now you're
Now
going to
roll
roll.
a concentration check.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
The DC is 10 plus the damage dealt, which is 6, plus
Plus
the
the level.
spell level of whatever you're trying to cast. So what
do I-
spell were you casting?
Summon Nature's Ally.
Which one?
1 or 2.
Level-
1.
Okay, so it is DC 17.
DC
And roll it.
17. Alright. Where do I roll concentration?
Go to your
So-
spells page,
Uh-huh.
and then
Oh, I see.
you have your spell casting. Just hit concentration. Misses.
15. So you lose the spell.
What did he have to roll? A 20?
17.
Oh.
Because 10 plus damage dealt, which was 6, plus spell level, which is 1, so 17.
Gross.
So you lose the spell. That is his turn. Orin, you're up.
Fiddlesticks.
he's now outside of your sight from your current angle.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna use spiritual weapon,
Okay.
which has 140-foot range for me.
Okay.
So I'll need a token, please.
So you have to have line of sight on the weapon, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So I will actually.
So it's not line of sight on the target, it's on the weapon?
Correct. He should be able to place it there or there and get it.
Yeah, because if he has to see the guy, then he'd have to move to a different angle. He could probably still do it, but he'd have to get a different vantage point.
We just have to 5-foot step there.
Yeah,
probably.
5-foot stair there. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll summon it there.
Okay. I think I have a...
Ooh, cool.
Ooh. Fancy. He gave me a
Whoa.
celestial warhammer.
Ooh, it's all fiery.
Fancy.
Okay, so you summon this Warhammer.
Yep. Then it's gonna attack him, obviously.
Yes.
So I'm trying to look at. So it'll be roll 1d20 plus. Oh boy. It's base attack bonus plus my wisdom modifier, I think. Yeah, base attack.
It uses your base attack bonus plus your wisdom for the attack bonus. Yep. And it'll do 1d8 plus 1.
Yep.
If it hits.
If it hits. So that is 3 plus 4, so 7. I clicked the wrong button. What just happened? Sorry, my computer went funny for a second.
Okay.
What is happening?
Nope,
Uh-oh.
you're out of roll 20.
You
yeah,
gone.
hang on. I meant to click up on something, and I clicked like one of my bookmarks on the top, so it loaded me out of
Nice.
roll 20. Nice. All right, there we go.
Okay.
21. Misses.
Does that get my
Nice.
bonus or no?
What bonus?
The
I
hatred bonus.
don't think that does, because that is not you attack. That
Okay.
against a spell. But a 21
Unfortunately, I think our efforts right now are futile. Like, they're just gonna hunker down in defense, and we're not gonna be able to hit them, and we're just gonna use our crap up.
You're getting the sense that they know you can cast these sorts of spells because they've seen you do it before, the people who have survived, and they might have come up with a strategy where they just wait you out. Because they know if you come to them, you have the same penalties that they do in this area.
Right. I'm not so worried about. I don't think it's so hopeless, actually.
So that is Oren's turn. Was there anything else you could do on your turn, Oren? Nope. Okay. So it is all of their turn. They are where they want to be. He's where he wants to be. Theros and Volus, you're up again.
Yeah. This guy's annoying. Maybe he'll be too busy dealing with the hammer that I could try summoning again. Nah, he doesn't.
I mean,
like me.
he can't attack the hammer, or can he? I don't
No.
remember.
Yeah, so he tried to shoot at me again.
Actually, I probably shouldn't have let you do the summon at all, because unless you did it on the staircase, because I forgot the range.
It has
Oh,
a
yeah.
range
Who,
of
me?
30 feet, so wouldn't it have?
Yeah, and you're 50 feet up.
Oh, right.
So you
Well,
can do it,
yeah.
yeah.
Could have just said he summoned on the stairs.
Or an eagle in the air, then it would have been fine. I didn't know what you were going to try to summon.
Oh, what if I still what if I went wild shape again as an eagle and dropped the alchemist fire on them?
The only thing is that you have the form of an eagle, so your gear and stuff normally melds into you or something like that.
Oh yeah,
with
but you guys
polymorph.
could hand me them as I'm flying. You just give me in one of my talons. And I'll
Well,
fly off.
This harkens back to Monty Python
Right.
with
Yeah.
the swallow and the coconut.
I mean, they had coconuts, so clearly it works.
How much does a alchemist fire weigh?
1 pound.
1 pound.
Yeah, I think an eagle can carry more than 1 pound.
Oh yeah, probably.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying you can't like carry like 5 or 6 of them.
No, you can carry a few.
And is wild shape, like if you take damage in wild shape, do you unwild shape or no?
No.
You keep your normal hit points.
Oh, okay.
In first edition.
Okay.
So I could just fly out, drop one in, come back, keep delivering some
Yeah.
ordnance.
Drop payloads.
Again, like it's not. I don't think that this train of thought is really going to get us anywhere, but
Probably
you can
not.
do it if you want to. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I just the way that this is being played is we're literally just going to be expending our items for like 1 or 2 points of damage here or there, and then if we get to a point where they all mob us, then
Sure, but the duration, except for mine's only a minute, so keep track of the rounds. But the entangle will last. I mean, if we kill him, I think that's a big boon. Then we can worry about the rest of the camp later.
Well, what I'm afraid of is if he gets low in hit points, he's just gonna walk into that tent.
Then we leave.
We leave.
We leave.
Well,
Like,
I mean, what are you suggesting? You know what I mean?
I don't know at this point. But I don't think that basically continuing down this path is gonna really do anything for us. Like Nyari's not built for this type of combat, so she can't really do much. Volus can't really do much. And then Orin and Theros are just, wasting spells, and then if they run out of spells, then we still got 20 guys that we have to fight. Like, Iden's really the only one that can do anything.
Right.
So,
So
I mean,
do you
we
wanna
can
go
keep
down
trying.
in? Do you want
I
to
don't-
start going down in?
I don't know. I don't know. I
Well,
have no idea.
to be fair, we can find out next week. we're at a point where we can pause.
Yeah, once we get to the end of this round, I might, but
Andrew was saying he had to go around now.
Yeah,
I
we
told
can
him,
finish.
it's fine.
We can finish this round. Whatever Jason wants to do, we can finish.
it just depends on how long your guys' rounds. I can go through all of my creatures in like a minute. So if you guys think that your turns are going to take a while, then we can end it here.
Mine won't. I know what exactly. I'm just shooting arrows, you know.
Theros is gonna just, I guess, come back here again and wait until we can formulate another plan of attack, I guess.
Okay. Next up, those guys, they're where they want to be. Nyari, anything?
Nope, I got nothing.
Do we have any torches, guys?
I don't have any torches. There's nothing on the inventory sheet, so unless you guys individually have something, I
Yeah, I have some.
don't think so.
Or maybe I
some-
don't.
Throw some torches down on top of this tent. I mean,
Skipping over the bugbears, Iden, you're up.
We still have some oil too, probably. A few vials of oil.
Mhm.
Do I have any line of sight on him?
No.
Well, I used one on the.
He's like right at the mount. He's right at the head of the tent, so the whole tent would be in the way.
That's what I thought.
Did you have any oil on you, Nyari? Okay.
I do not.
There were 2 vials of oil in the bag. And
Oh,
I used
yeah.
one on the.
I used one of them. Yeah, I gotta get that.
I can see that guy though.
No, he's in the
Oh.
tent. The square is funky. Everybody is in a tent except for him, but the big guy. Like, he's right outside the tent, and it's in the way of all you guys.
Yeah, we could back off and regroup. Like, I don't know. I hear your point, but it's like, what else do we do? I mean, we've set up a situation where we can't burn them and flush them out. We can't win against all of them. We've taken out a decent number. Maybe we go back and regroup. We also, there's no way we're going to be able to kill him with this back and forth. But, I mean, I think we have to try to, if we can get him down, that's going to be a big boon.
But then if we have to leave, he's just gonna heal. Probably.
Probably.
So we killed 6 of them. So that we're assaulting them. So, I mean, it's kind of like a lose-lose situation.
Double move back with the group until we figure out what we're going to do.
That is Aiden. Goblins, they're where they want to be. The big guy, he's going to move into his tent. Orin, anything from you?
His hammer has eyes, right? So it can go into the tent and see what's what.
I have to be able to see it.
Oh.
How many rounds has it been since
We're on the 14th round.
of the second combat?
I never got out of initiative order because you guys kept going.
This ends.
So of this
round.
combat, I think it would be the 7th round of this combat.
Okay. So then this has 3 more rounds.
What's this?
This entangle.
He's entangled.
Because I'm only caster level 1,
Isn't it minutes per level?
and I'm caster level 1.
Oh, I see.
So yes. I did my turn, Jace.
Yeah, it's on Orin.
Hold person on that big guy, and then we just chuck all of our alchemist fire and thunderstone at him.
We can't see him anymore, though.
Hold person would have been a play, but we don't have that available to us.
I honestly have a feeling that we're gonna have to go down there if we want to wipe out the camp. Because
I don't have the feeling we can't do that.
Well, they're just gonna rinse and repeat, though. Unless we go down there, they're just gonna hunker down in their tents.
We took out 6 though, and we have no casualties. You know?
Jason doesn't hear this, but we could choke point him right there pretty easily if we all made it down there. We could hold a pretty decent choke point with me and Aiden in the front, and Volus helping.
What you doing?
True.
I'm gonna start heading down.
If we
Okay. Does the spiritual weapon just come back to you?
Yeah, it just comes back to my side
Like
if I'm
Thor's
not directing it. And pretty much.
I am worthy.
I just
Okay.
don't see what other choice we have, guys. Like, if they're gonna hunker down,
Yeah, I get it.
and we don't have any way to light this and this on fire, so.
Yeah, because he said that even if it did catch fire, they'll just put it out as a full round action. So.
Well, I don't see how they could put it out if it was on top. I mean, how would they put out a fire on top of a tent?
Right.
I mean, they might have access to water, you don't know.
That's true. Throwing it up.
Even just splashing it.
Yeah, because it's not gonna like blaze on the first round. It's just gonna.
Right.
I pulled up the rules. It takes a while for it to go, even if you play it 100% by the mechanics of fire.
So, Orin starts to move down. Scouts, they're gonna hold their turns again. Everybody roll a perception check.
This is not good.
An ancient red dragon appears.
Oh,
And
that's
helps us.
natural 1 from me, y'all.
Oh, so 12 for Theros, 12 for Aiden, 20 for Nyari, and 21 for Orin.
Okay.
Oddly
Those of
specific.
you who rolled a 20 and higher, you can see at the edge of the forest to the east you can see emerge from the line what looks to be a patrol.
Oh, barf.
They must have heard the explosion, because it was loud, and have been spending a long time trying to sprint their way back to camp. So you see one of those wolf-like creatures and 2 scouts emerge from the edge of the forest. They're not even technically on the map, but I can't move them any further back. They just got out of the forest tree line. That is the top of the round. So top of round 14 is where we will end this session.
Oh boy.
Our combats always turn into slogfest, to be honest.
They
Not
do when
normally.
you
This one
cast
is-
3 AoE spells on 20 different enemies.
Yeah.
We've done damage is the thing, you know.
Yeah, I'm just worried that they've got all the time in the world to be buffing or drinking potions, and I'm just assuming that if we do get in a position where we can fight them, they're all going to be at full health and maybe buffed a little bit. So it's going to be an uphill battle from, well, downhill. It's going to be hard from here on out. I'm probably being pessimistic, but I think it's
I
going to
think
be a
you
rough go of it.
I don't disagree with you entirely, but I think you're being a little overly pessimistic. I don't think that a continued assault is the answer, though, and we knew that when we started this. It just
We
didn't.
did?
Yeah.
I had no intention of running away.
Well, not to run away.
Like-
I meant beforehand. We knew that a frontal assault wasn't gonna win.
Oh, yeah. No, just running straight at it, yeah.
There's nothing. That's not. I don't think that was the mindset of where our heroes were at. Like, so what if we can't win? You know.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everybody who was watching the stream.
Absolutely. Thank you, everyone. Looking forward to next week. Are we starting right at Tuesday?
I think so.
So we'll be back at this pretty quick, actually, in just a couple of days.
Nice. I don't
That's a
have
good-
to
Nice.
pester over it for a week.
Nice.
Nice.
I will be thinking about it this weekend, though.
Wow, yeah.
Indeed.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.